I'm falling apart.
So you are my dumpling, and a good one at that. Such strong legs and shapely tail.
Don't let these alerts distract you that Liverpool smashed Chelsea on Sunday. I don't know. Is that a football? Is this about footy?
Glad you survived the tunnels.
Shut up! Shut up, you! Shut up!
Mistress will have my head.
Too much talking.
Cleaning, eh?
No, it's a sex thing.
I have something for you. Here, polish my spear.
They're falling apart. Checkmate,
It
veganism.
is huge. It could take me.
I haven't taken my vitamin today, so maybe that's the
Plenty
reason.
of time, my sweet.
Or my meds. Hang on. While this is
Plenty
going
of
on, I
time.
will take my last meds before I have to refill them. Holy fuck, are we done? Oh, Jesus Christ, I was so happy for about half a second.
Yahoo! Wow! Yeah! Woohoo! Yeah!
Coming up, boys! Ah!
Jetzt zock ich Fortnite und trink Cola. Yippie!
We've sort of come through it. What happened to the connections game? I won perfectly. See, that one's fine. At least it's short. Notice me, senpai. I feel like I can't go that high anymore. I feel like I'm not able to hit that high note anymore, like I used to be. And that was only like 2 years ago that I made that. Notice me, senpai.
I didn't become a little bit of a
Not
slag.
really sure how to do it.
I became a total slag.
We're down there?
There we go. We're in the game, everybody. Everything's fine. We're good. Total slag. I brought up that clip again recently, the total slag clip, and Emma, always 100%, because she likes EastEnders, says, you know what, that scene is actually very sad in context and you shouldn't make fun of it. And then I go, yeah, but have you seen it though? She goes, yes. Anyway, last time we played this game, now that we're in and settled, we were trying to open an airlock so we could get out of the ship and repair some things. An evil robot was like, oh, you need the voice commands to open it, and I'm not going to give them to you. I'm very posh. So we need to go around and look at computrons in order to get the voice clips. And I think we have one computron left. If you watch closely, the hat is slowly curling up from the heat emitting from Dreya's anger. The hat, unfortunately, is rising up because I washed it, and this is just what happens when you wash a hat, apparently. I didn't know. Anyway, I think we need to go out this way and look at this, some sort of computron along here. It's maybe this one, and then we'll be fine, and we can get through the door and continue the plot. I was stuck here for about 20 minutes last time. Looks so silly, I love it. It's really bad it's becoming a cowboy hat. I think a cowboy hat would be less ridiculous. I mean, it is genuinely... I mean, look at that. Look how look how crumpled and nightmarish it is. It's so bad. I thought it was a cowboy hat. It used to be a very bad fedora that I bought when I was 14 years old, when I thought that was cool because I was a pathetic, friendless child. But now it's become this. Maybe I could get some sort of mold and sort of steam it back into shape. But for now, it just looks like this. Fedoras aren't made for washing with water, only incel sweat. Ugh. Well, up until I washed it, I had never washed it. So it went probably 10, 12 years without being washed. Now, saying that, I hadn't worn it since I was probably 16. So it wasn't exactly in use. Security desk, please. Access security records. Sonic sensor. Mining droid maintenance logs. This will probably give me the code, and it'll complete the quest. Yippee. We'll listen to a cutscene, I suppose. I don't see how it being moldy is going to help.
So, you're in maintenance.
Voice
then
acting.
Maybe you can tell me what's going on with these droids.
The voice actors from every cartoon you watched in the mid-2000s. Cartoon Network.
But I can't find the source. This shouldn't be happening.
Well, that's
He looks a little
reassuring.
bit like the
It
guy
isn't
from
happening.
Offspring.
So the next time we nearly have a breach
Ginger
in the
boy with the
ventilation
glasses,
tunnels, I could just
the
close
goggles.
my eyes and pretend it's my imagination. You better give me some answers. I want to know the damage these droids can do if they start mining us instead of asteroid rock.
Sir, these droids aren't combat models. They're mining lasers.
Oh, they've
that will carry
animated his
less accurate
hair. Look at
blasters.
that.
I doubt those droids
That's
can
like
even hit one of
Tomb
us.
Raider with the
Are you
hair
blind?
animation that
What about
melted
the miners in
people's
medbay? It's sabotage,
computers.
and it started right after the commander said we weren't going to sell the Jedi to the exchange. So I want you to find out how these droids are being sabotaged. That'll
Now your
tell
hat
me
looks
who's
like it's
trying to
saying
clear a
milady.
path to get that Jedi off the facility and stop it.
Again,
In the
I feel like my
meantime, make sure the
life could have
security
taken a much
guards with
different
all the
path
ion and sonic charges you can find.
if I had less
Those droids
nice
start coming after
people
me, I'm
around
gonna
me
need
when I
more
was
than
about
low-grade
14.
mining lasers
Because
to
I
take them
very
down.
easily could have
Clear?
gone down
Yes,
the like
sir. Main
4chan,
control out.
you know, fedora, unironically wearing path. It would have been real bad. I feel like, you know, I was on Reddit, I owned a fedora. It could have been a real different life for me. I was an edgy atheist. You know, like, not just an atheist, like I still am. Like, you know, like, oh, I don't believe in God, and that's fine. One of those edgy atheists who, like, watches people coming out of churches and goes like, fucking dopes. Don't they know? Are they idiots? You know, one of those peoples. Richard Dawkins and Christopher Hitchens as your idols. My house, I didn't buy it, but my house had a copy of The God Delusion by Richard Dawkins in it, and I think I read about 50 pages and pretended I liked it. Pretended I understood anything he was talking about. We all went through that phase, at least I did. Edgy atheist, ranty vegan. I'd rather be the ranty vegan than the edgy atheist. Because edgy atheist, if you stick with that career path, you end up as like fucking Ricky Gervais, who should be buried alive, right? But renty vegan, at least that's bearable. I didn't go through that, I was just insufferable in other ways. Walks past a touching funeral, somebody says he's in a better place now, kicks the church doors in. You fools! I was bordering on that. I remember, I was about 14 or 15 probably, and maybe 15, and I was in the car with my mum. We were collecting my younger brother from primary school. And some nuns walked past, or some priests or something, because I live in Ireland and they're everywhere. They're like lice. But some nuns or something, or some people just with like the ash on their forehead or something like that. Something that showed that they were religious walked past. And I started going on an edgy 14-year-old, 15-year-old atheist rant. And my mom at one point just turned over to me in the car and went like, shut up. Like, shut the fuck up. Just because they were raised Catholic doesn't mean they're like lesser or anything. Stop being weird. And it really genuinely shamed me. And I went, oh yeah, that's right. And from that moment on, I was less insufferable. It took a while to become not insufferable about it, but that started my path back to normal. Because if that hadn't happened, I could easily have ended up on 4chan and been, like, making weird YouTube essays about how, like, the wokes have taken over Star Wars or something. Could have been a bad trajectory for me. I would hope that most rational adults would realize that the flat Earth is irrefutable proof of a grand design. Lamau. Oh, it's been... Hello, Lamp. Welcome. Actually, my most shameful story is I used to look at 4chan for laughs. One time I saw a picture of someone from Skydiving Club on male fashion advice. So I just posted something inside baseball enough to make them know they'd been rumbled, but not actually dox them. They quickly deleted it and I never told them. It still brings me glee. That's relatively fine. I think that's okay. That's just... I think that falls into the category of light japes. You know, like... benign goofs, more than anything. Like, that's not evil like a lot of 4chan was. I don't know if 4chan's still the same way as it was. But I remember the one time I did go to 4chan as just like I know people who are on 4chan, what's this? I instantly saw some very suspect pornographic images and went, nah, not going on there. No, thank you. A dumb mother saved your life, I'm sorry. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend 4chan. I wouldn't recommend any social media at the moment. I think, depressingly, Twitter is still the most enjoyable. I've tried others. I tried Tumblr for a bit. I'm still on Tumblr, but Tumblr is aggressively shit and toxic in its own way. I think Twitter still has a couple of people that are funny on it, but it really is getting drowned out more and more every day by the Nazis. It's not a good place to be anymore. And with Twitter gone, basically there is no good social media. I'm not gonna fucking sign up to Blue Sky, because why would I replace Twitter with more Twitter? Once you get out, you should get out. Drop your FetLifes in chat. Is that still going? Furaffinity.com or whatever it's called. That's another one, right? I don't know, I enjoy Twitch. Is Twitch a social media? I guess it does count. Yeah, you're right. I like Twitch. Twitch is fun. Although I'm on a corner of Twitch that does seem genuinely very nice. Everybody in chat that I've ever interacted with has been very, very lovely. That's not always the case on Twitch chats. Even the Tumblr CEO or owner or whatever is spending his breakdown time on Twitter. Yes, I think that's telling. It's like the CEO of Tumblr. I'll play the game in a second. The CEO of Tumblr is currently having an Elon Musk / something awful forums level breakdown. And he's doing it on Twitter. Which is very funny. He's not even doing it on his own fucking website. It's very fun. He seems like a rancid person. Mining droid maintenance logs, please.
So,
Oh, we just clicked that one. Go away from it then. Log out. Have we got it? Yay! Quest! I hope we return to singing telegrams. I hate you. Right, if we go to the journal, you now have a complete set of the maintenance officer's voice fragments, enough to splice together the code. All you need to do is go to the maintenance officer terminal and now activate it. Where is that? I can't remember. Really? New CEO or old CEO? I have no idea. I could not tell you who the CEO is or how long he's been there. I know his name is Matt. That's literally it. I know that. I think his username is Proto-Matt. And he has been accused. I know nothing about this, by the way, so this is all half-remembered nonsense. But I believe, just on the outskirts looking in, that Tumblr has been deleting trans accounts, specifically trans women, for very little reason other than the fact that they're just like daring to post like even just sexual text posts and stuff like that, not against terms of service. And there's been a big controversy and he's having a meltdown about it. So yeah, that's about all I know. And it's all alleged. I don't know what the actual story is. It was created by David Karp, but he sold it to Yahoo, and I don't know what happened after that. Again, Tumblr, I think, is the most clicky one that I've ever... Matt is the guy that banned porn, and now he bans people that complain at him even a little after he bans some random people. That's basically it, yes. He's like real Puritan, I believe. Tumblr, of all of the social media sites, seems the most clicky. It feels like nobody new has joined Tumblr in a long, long time. At least that's what the feeling is. And it's all the same people who have been there for 15 years, getting more and more clicky and hating each other group more and more. So it's a real toxic experience being on Tumblr. There's like 4 or 5 people I follow that just post like goofy memes and it's funny. Or like interesting little like house tours or something like that. And then anytime anyone reblogs anyone, it's always like, Proto Dogfucker is really... I'm doing a call-out post, and it's like, oh god, I don't wanna be in this. I tried to join Tumblr. It takes too long to curate without the mind control algorithms from the other sites. That's another thing. There's no algorithms on Tumblr. Well, there is now. There's a For You page on Tumblr, but it's not good. It's just the same as your follower account, really. Which is good in some ways and bad in others, because it means it's harder to find people, especially because it's very old now and nobody is new. Like, it feels like a decaying empire, I guess is how I describe it. You know how you go around like a previously very rich country and you see that everything's a bit slummy and decayed, or a rich city, like Cork City, right? During the Celtic Tiger they built a lot and now it's all kind of falling apart. It feels like walking around Cork City, where it's just becoming worse and worse and worse and less maintenance. And it's just like not pleasant to be in. Also there's gangs and heroin. Maintenance station, please. I thought it was just full of Harry Potter fans between the ages of 30 and 45. I will say, Tumblr got better, just like Twitter did, when I muted some terms, when I discovered that function. When I muted the term Harry Potter. When I muted the term... how many terms have I muted? I muted the term cats. I muted hashtag cats from the search term, because there was just so much of them. I don't even dislike cats. But mute a lot of, like, franchises. I think I muted Marvel and Star Wars as well. Any franchise that you see too many of, mute the shit out of it and it becomes a little bit cleaner. Enter voice print code, by the way.
Maintenance, control. Voice print, ID, R1, beep 5.
Clean. Yippee! Open the door to the airlock, please. Finally. Now we can continue. Log out. Yippee! 750. That's pretty good. I don't know how close we are to leveling up. Hashtag cats, you sicko. I don't mind cats, but in fact I passed the cat that lives in my house today and took a photo of her because I went, oh, you're very cute. I will show it now. She was asleep on the radiator beside the bed that clips onto the radiator. And I went, oh, you silly little dope. So I took a photo. There's clothes folded on the radiator and she's sleeping on them instead of on her little bed, which you can see hanging. I was like, I'll take a photo because you're cute, but I don't want to see many of them. Cats are okay when you can't smell them. Yeah. I was clean yesterday. I cleaned the cat litter and I cleaned the guinea pig's cat litter. And the guinea pig litter takes longer to clean, but is a lot more pleasant because cat litter is fairly rancid. And then guinea pig litter smells like nothing or dandelions. It's lovely. Immediately sending you cat photos. Cats are the occasional drip feed of cat photos is completely fine. I will go, oh, cute little cat. I like their little mouths and the little chins especially. I think those are very cute. But in general, I don't like browse cat accounts or anything. In order to exit the airlock, you will need the spacesuit stored in the locker of this room. Are we still in the tutorial? It should equip automatically when you select the outer airlock. Okay, go to the locker, please. Spacesuit, thank you. Now I've got that. Feels like they just should have given it to me automatically. Let's not act like our piss and shit in a box would be roses. I will say that they're better than dogs. Like, just in general, I think I prefer cats to dogs now. I've said that before, but especially, like, cleaning up after them. Cleaning up after a cat is like a pleasant dream floating on a cloud compared to cleaning up after dogs. Fuck me, dogs are awful in terms of, like, drooling and pissing and shitting everywhere. They're horrible creatures. I really don't like it. I would rather clean up after 5 cats than 1 dog. Well, my cat's kind of clean. I keep saying my cat. I don't really consider her my cat. Not our cat. I'm jealous. My Taco the cat. Technically, I guess I still consider her my brother's cat. Or my brother's cat. Or maybe Emma's cat, because she's obsessed with Emma. But I don't really consider her my cat. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I nod at her in the hallway and go, oh, you're kind of cute. Your roommate cat. I've described her exactly as that before. We pass each other in the hallway, we stop and look at each other and nod at each other in a sort of like, hey, what's up kind of way, and then we go on about our business. We don't really interact that much. We like each other. She'll sometimes, if Emma's not here, come and like sit on me or whatever, but not generally. Oh, look at my little walk! This can't be in the intended way. This must be some sort of bug, right? Oh, I'm walking like Emma Stone in Poor Things. Jesus Christ. I love it so much. I hope this is the intended walk because it's hilarious. Nodding is a part of cat language. It's a good sign. I think the cat likes me. I think I like the cat. It's just, you know, we're not like best friends. We're just kind of fine. 200 FPS legs, cue Benny Hill music.
That's about time.
Who are you? Oh, you're the fucking horrible Han Solo type.
Except I'm
I
picking
hate
up on
you.
the exterior of the facility, on the asteroid's surface. That can't be right.
Hi. Really? Maybe you should look up. Although I don't know how I feel about this karma system, because it seems like even being sarcastic will get me dark side points. Maybe you should look up.
Huh? What are you doing out there?
Vibing. Why is the suit poopy? I didn't notice that. It does look a bit grimy, doesn't it? It looks like the shower in my house when I first moved in, which I bleached thoroughly. Sexist boy. Yes, the sexist boy who kept looking at my breasts, even though I specifically told him not to about 5 times. I need to reach the miners in the dormitory section, and this is the only way to get there. Why don't you make yourself useful and shut down the venting systems before I'm burned alive? First one? I'm just taking a relaxing walk.
You're crazy, even for a Jedi. Look, you need to get out of there, quick.
Ew. What do you mean? Something wrong?
What little is left of the facility's venting systems have gone active, most likely from the explosions in the mining tunnels. They're venting Paraga's fuel deposits into space through the exterior vents. Right in your path.
Oh, is that all the purple jets that I've been seeing? I just thought that was like celebratory, confetti cannons. Can't you shut them down?
I can't. I'm locked out of the main systems here.
So what do you do exactly? You said let me out, you'll need me. You've done nothing.
To vent the gases to the exterior. And only in the last few minutes. It's almost as if...
It's probably that evil robot.
Now what now?
I assume it's the evil robot who was like, I'm going to kill you.
Sending a docking code. I have a bad feeling about this.
No, you're not allowed. That's illegal. Sorry, but it's illegal to say that in a Star Wars media. What a goofy looking ship. It's a trap. It's like going, it's a trap. It's so stupid. Oh, some boys and another boy. You look a bit like Malak from the first game. That's a labia ship. I'm sure there's a Star Wars race that looks like labia. There's every sort of Star Wars ship you could want, or race you could want. Ooh, you look cool. I like you. Are you Malak? No, Malak didn't have a jaw. You're just a different kind of zombie. Are you a zomble? I think this might be a sort of crusty old zomble. The Jizz Boys. Whatever they're called. The Jizz Musicians? Fargal Dan, or Figrin Dan and the Modal Nodes, or whatever, are the Jizz Whalers? Filgrin Dan and the Jizz Whalers, that's it. Someone get this poor fellow some lotion. It looks exactly like me if I don't moisturize every 2 days. Not even that much of a joke. If I don't moisturize every couple of days, I get like visible cracks in my face. Oh, did it crash? No, it's just minimized itself. Good. I'm glad it didn't crash because I hadn't saved in a bit. It has the KotOR 1 syndrome of just occasionally minimizing. Hi! Who are you? I'm getting Firefly vibes. You know when they find like Reaver ships and everybody's dead on them? I would not let them dock if that's possible. I think that might be good. I need to use my lotion, BRB. I just steal Emma's. I don't think I've ever bought face lotion or face cream or whatever you want to call it. I will always just steal Emma's and make her annoyed with me. Every day. I'm out of tea, so I might take a 30-second break soon and, like, get some more tea. For my birthday, which was a couple of days ago, this is the most extravagant thing I did. I bought some slightly fancier tea than usual, which I really like. It was like €4, or maybe like $3.50. That's how extravagant and cheap I am. That was my treat to myself, was buying a box of tea for €3.50. He's come? Who's come? Can I come? Can we do that at some point? Is he a jizz whaler? Am I going the right way? Sorry, let me toddle around. By the way, what happened to the nettle tea? Are you waiting to regrow them? Oh, I had nettle tea at one point and I really liked it, but I never grew it myself. Ooh! Oh, that hurt a bit. Hang on. That was not fun. I need to get a heal at some point. What's the fancy tea called? It is Twinings, which I know a lot of people don't like. They say it's too dry. But it's Twinings green tea with orange and lotus flower infusion. And it's really nice. It's my favorite tea. I should get more nettle tea. I think I was too good at removing nettles from my garden, because I don't really get nettles in my garden anymore. Very annoyingly. Because I was like, I normally get so many... Oh, Jesus. I normally get so many nettles in my garden. For the last, 2 years, I haven't gotten any. Maybe it's too cold for them. Stun droid! We got a stun droid thing. That'll help. Do it again, and then just do some critical strikes. Sounds like gentrification tea. It's really nice. I really like green tea. Is it less gentrification-y if I drink it from this mug? I remember saving at that point and saved it as he has come. I mean, he might. He's missing an eye and he's all crusty. It would probably come out like tar. Like if you're that dehydrated. I don't know if does that do anything? If you're really dehydrated, does your cum come out like cornstarch? Probably not great. Corn syrup, I guess. Cornstarch is a powder. Although if you're very dehydrated, maybe it comes out like a powder. Like a puff of dust. Like what I imagine, what's his name? Famous actor boy who just had children at 81. Famous actor man. Dog Day Afternoon. Famous, The Godfather. Dog Day Afternoon. Scent of a Woman. Insomnia. Al Pacino, that's it. Al Pacino, at 82 years old or whatever, having a kid. That must come out like Kool-Aid. Where it's not the colour, it probably doesn't come out red, but it probably comes out as a powder and you have to mix it together and then insert it. The sperm comes out as a solid. Poor child. I know. Yeah. Because let's say that Al Pacino lives to 90. That kid's only going to be 9. When his dad dies. That's a bit grim, right? It comes out like a bar of soap. Oh. Same with... Oh, Jesus, that's a big old boy. Hang on, stun droid, please, because I'm still on my own. I wish I wasn't, but I am. And do some flurries. That did not work. Oh, no. Oh, that's fine. He didn't take that much damage. Good stuff. Any more? No, we're doing fine. This is an easy game so far. Datapad storage log. Now, I would love if this game let me read this by double-clicking it. Nope, fantastic. Oh, it just automatically reads it. Oh, that's so good a change from the previous one. Calm down in the background, John Williams, by the way. Thank you. Okay, can you now stop? Don't come back in. Now the fire suppression systems have gone active and I can't even make it to the dormitory section. I watched the turrets turn their carbonite freeze rays on my band before I even got halfway across the room. Fortunately, their range doesn't seem to go beyond the room itself, so I was able to remain safe in the corridor. But I don't have any ranged weapons to take them out from a distance, and I didn't have a stealth field generator to sneak across the room either. Do I have a ranged weapon? I have no idea. Al Pacino's probably like my films were as my child. I think it would be child abuse to raise a child on Jack and Jill starring Al Pacino. That's not a joke, he's in that if you haven't watched it. Run! Did that work? It did. Hi! Ooh, some loots maybe? I'll just bash it open. Jack and Jill, I watched Jack and Jill. I can't remember if I finished it, but I did actually watch it at one point. Don't watch Jack and Jill. Adam Sandler plays him and his twin sister, and one of the plot points, a genuine plot point, is that Al Pacino is like stalking Adam Sandler sister version and wants to marry her and is like really sexually into Adam Sandler. It's not a good movie, and he's in more than you'd expect of it. He's like the main antagonist. I don't know how Adam Sandler keeps making movies. I mean, I guess they do all make money, probably, right? Because the worst people in the world will see them. But it's confusing to me, I guess is all I'll say. Because I've never seen an Adam Sandler movie that I genuinely liked. I've seen Adam Sandler movies that I've liked more than other Adam Sandler movies, but that's such a relative thing. It's like saying I'd rather have a cold than a flu, you know? It's all bad, you don't want any of them. I'd rather lose a toe than a finger, you know? Like, The Wedding Singer is better than Happy Gilmore, but Christ. He's trying to have the arty rebrand at the moment. See, I don't think he is. I think he's always been in, like, once every 5 years, he'll be, and always has, been in, like, an art house movie, right? Like, a few years ago it was Uncut Gems. Before that it was, like, things like Punch Drunk Love and stuff like that, or Funny People, right? These, like, sort of approaching more hard drama movies, even if there's some comic elements. But then he just goes back to, he always goes back to things like Grown Ups 2 and Hubie Halloween and stuff like that. Reign Over Me as well. He's always sort of done that. He's never done like the, like when other comedians go, I'm a serious actor now, and do exclusively serious roles from then on. He's always this weird mix where occasionally some director will go like, you can kind of act, do a proper movie, and he'll go, okay, but I want to go back to wearing basketball shorts and slumming it afterwards, and he'll go, fine, I won't make you sign a contract. He really threw his audience for a tizzy with Click. See, people, and I think it's millennials seem to have a real soft spot for Click, and I don't get it, because it's not good, right? It's just another one that's slightly better than the other ones. It's like Wedding Singer tier. Isn't his newest one, he's an astronaut, and it's like a Netflix movie just called Spaceman or something. Adam Sandler, I think, signed, and this isn't a joke, I think he signed a 12-movie deal with Netflix a few years ago, and they're slowly dripping out, and they're all bad looking. None of them look good. And I think they're wildly different genres. I saw Click in the cinema. I might have as well. I think that came out when I was like 10. If you don't know what Click is, it's the movie where Adam Sandler has a remote that can control reality that bizarrely Christopher Walken gives him. Again, it's not as bad as, say, like Little Nicky or Jack and Jill or one of the really reprehensible ones. But I wouldn't call it a good movie. I'd give it like a 5. Actual unforgivable human giving Rob Schneider a platform. Yeah, that too. Rob Schneider is one of the worst actors and worst people. I don't think Rob Schneider has it in him to be funny, and he keeps trying. God bless him. Also, he is notoriously a very awful human being, right? Okay, they're going to shoot at me. This is what the thing was telling me. Do I have a gun? I can do stun droid. Oh, God! Okay, we shouldn't have walked in even a little bit. What are you doing? Run away, 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 run away. Fantastic. You need a gun. Where's my inventory? Do you have a gun on you? We don't need that. You have a blaster pistol. Use that. That'll be fine. Use a blaster pistol. I'm afraid of looking up Rob Schneider's crimes. Has Rob Schneider been accused of anything legitimately, like, criminal? Or is he just, like, a bit of a prick? Like, I know that Rob Schneider is one of those, like, hardcore, like, alt-right people. I think he's just an unpleasant guy. He might have done something real bad. I don't know. He's like, you know, he's homophobic, racist, Trump supporter. You know, the classic guy that you can think of. Right, I would like you to switch weapons, please, and then shoot this one. This might take a while, because I do not really have much skill with a gun. This is gonna work at all? Okay, I am hitting it. Can I do anything else but power attacks? I can do sniper shots, that might be good. Do some sniper shots. Oh, that kind of works. I resent the game for making me do this, to be honest. This would be fine if I had a companion who used a gun. Like my HK-47 build. He loves playing different races in movies. Oh, that's a thing, definitely. For some reason, always Adam Sandler movies, Rob Schneider is there as, like, usually in the credits I feel it's like ethnic man, right? Ethnic man in the credits. Played by Rob Schneider. Robothan Schneider. I think he had a sitcom recently and it bombed. Shockingly. Who saw that coming? Even Tim Allen seems to be able to maintain a sitcom. What does that say about Rob Schneider? I feel like even the right wing doesn't like Rob Schneider. Because nobody could find him funny, right? Yay, we did it! Never use the gun again, it's annoying. Let's do a quick save. I didn't use guns really ever in the previous one either. I'll take a grenade. A sonic grenade. A sonic grenade is... when it explodes, it sort of telepathically infuses your brain with knowledge of that one image of Sonic as a toilet, where the cistern is Shadow the Hedgehog, and that furry... I imagine it's some sort of fat wolf or bear is about to, like, piss or shit in them. Rob is short for Rob's a Living. Rob put out a stand-up show last month or so, of course complaining about wokeism, because that's all they can do. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge stand-up fan anymore. I was when I was a kid, but it seems like even the ones I liked when I was a kid are now just doing that kind of shit. They either don't exist or they've gone to, like, you know, all of their shows are called, like, triggered or cancelled or censored, and then you watch them and they're just saying the most banal shit you've ever heard. Like the most, like, basically like racist Christmas crackers. I only recently became aware in the last few years that Christmas crackers are not a universal invention, by the way. That they're, like, basically only around in Britain and Ireland and nowhere really else. Unless maybe some of the colonies have them. Right, stun the droids. Please. There we go. Didn't work at all. Fantastic work. Stun the droid again and then do some flurries. You can tank the damage. Oof, Dave Chappelle. I never really watched Dave Chappelle as a kid anyway. I feel like Dave Chappelle was a bit before my time. But, Dave Chappelle has really gone down in everyone's estimations, yeah? Oh, Christ, he's got a fucking death ray or whatever. Please hit them. Please. Stun droid. I'm out of mana. Never mind, don't stun the droids. Just do whatever you can. Fantastic. Not the best fight in the world. I thought Christmas crackers was a racial slur. My family at Christmas. The whitest people in the world. Fisher Stevens set a questionable standard in Short Circuit 1 or 2. I think we've almost forgiven it, given how things have gone since. There's good stand-up, but Algo is never going to promote those clips. Yes, because the algorithm, and this is one of the things that has killed Twitter, the algorithm really promotes hate clicks. Like stuff that you will not and could not like, but will make you very mad. And will make you talk about it, about how mad you are. That's really what Twitter and a lot of social media now is about. Because they realised if people see something they like, they might comment and go, ha ha ha, I like this, and then never think about it again. And be happier in their life, possibly. If somebody sees something that they hate, they might have an argument about it. And that's like 50 times the engagement, because you get people responding to that, you get people responding back to the things responding to them, you get like little fights, you get like 50 times the tweets, and that means 50 times the ad revenue. And so, you know, everything's a cesspit now. Stun the droid, yippee. Sorry for bringing everyone down. This isn't like a new thing, everybody knows this. Anyone else? Are these more of those fucking turrets? I don't want to use a gun, please don't hold me. Hiya. Oh god, he's coming for me. Hi. Don't run in! You're gonna get fucking stunned! Run away! Run away, run away immediately. This was a terrible idea. No, run away, run away, run away, run away, run away, run away, run away. Make him come to you. Do you have any health kits? Do you maybe have a single health kit? Take one or two of those. There we go. Lovely. Take another one. Is he not even coming? Come for me. He's not even coming. Right, I'm ignoring him, fuck it. Shift assignment console, please. Reroute the main control system. How many parts do I have? I've got some parts. Fuck it, why not? You have rerouted the system, bypassing the main console functions. Check the duty shift logs. These appear to be nothing more than a long list of work assignments, with the number of miners available for duty decreasing over the past 3 days, citing several medbay logs. Sorry, I should say it like an American because it's an American game. Duty! Miners available for duty! That really annoys me. Access remote camera controls. Let's look at the mess hall. There's a big old boy in there. There's 3 big old boys in there, in fact. Dormitory West. There's no big old boys in there. That just looks very cold. Shut down the ventilation system. Yeah, right. I've got a couple of spikes. Return to camera functions. Dormitory East. Again, just dead boys. Turbo lift to admin level. Yeah, well, that's not going to do anything. And turbo lift to... That's it. Yippee. Golly gee, that's a mighty good accent. I feel like my American accent, and this is saying something, is my worst accent. No, my Scottish accent is my worst accent. Or Welsh. Which is weird, because you'd think being Celtic accents, you'd think it'd be easier to do them. But it really isn't. I feel like I've never done a good American accent. Emergency blast door. This door appears to be locked from the console across the room. Well, open it up. How did I miss that? Access dormitory. End emergency lockdown. Thank you. Oh, and use the comms. Maybe someone's alive. The comm system crackles to life, but there's no sound coming from the doors. Fantastic. I'm assuming this is where we need to go. Your Australian is also very bad. Crocky! Mate! Look, the only things I saw of Australia when I was a kid were bananas and pajamas and the fucking ads for Sheila's Wheels car insurance. So I think it's pretty good considering. Hello! Oh my god, everybody's angry at me. Too British. All our American accents are better than their Irish accents. True. I have rarely seen an American actor ever do a good Irish accent. Have I ever seen it? I don't know if I have. I guess maybe Brad Pitt weirdly does an okay Irish traveller accent in Snatch, but that is quite a racist portrayal as well. I fell down a Fisher Stevens rabbit hole. I thought he kind of disappeared in the late 90s, but he's still doing things. Even survived Hodgkin's lymphoma. Fair play to the guy. I don't know who Fisher Stevens is. I love bananas in pajamas. Bananas in pajamas are coming down the stairs. I didn't even know that was Australian until I was an adult, and then I saw a clip of it on YouTube or something and went, oh, that's very obviously Australian. Oh, and Neighbours. Everyone knows Neighbours. But really, aside from that, he was a bad guy in Hackers. Oh, that guy! Oh yeah, I know that guy. I didn't know it was Australian until now. If you watch it back, which, why would you ever watch it back? But if you do watch it back, you will notice, because they all sound like they're from Home and Away. Mine Foreman log. This holo log looks like it needs to be plugged into a... Oh, that's not just words, that's just an error, Foreman. It needs to be plugged into a holo reader in order to play back the contents. Nerds. Blinky Bill. Row, row, row your boat. I remember very little of Hackers. I remember kind of being into Hackers, because it's so goofy and stupid that it's hard not to like it. But I haven't seen it in a very long time. Hackers is the one with Matthew Lillard, with like pigtails, yeah. I think that's one of the main things I remember from it. And Heck the Planet. Doc Officer Corpse, another log. This hololug looks like it needs to be plugged into a holo reader. Cool. Yes, serial killer. Heat shielding and agronum grip. These are all very sci-fi terms, aren't they? He was kind of hot in it, but then he often is. I really like Matthew Lillard. I feel like Matthew Lillard is one of the better actors who I never see in anything. He was good in, I was so happy when he showed up in Twin Peaks. I was like, oh, it's Matthew Lillard, yippee! I was like seeing you. He was also the lead in Short Circuit as a kid. I didn't realize what I was watching. Oh, yeah. I have only seen about 15 minutes of Short Circuit, but there's one of the central characters is a guy in brown face in Short Circuit, which even in the 80s you'd think wouldn't have been able to fly, but it apparently did. Like, even in the 1980s, you'd think people would go, this is a lot of brown face for one movie. Should we tone it down? But nope. Matthew Lillard as Shaggy is peak Matthew Lillard. I think Matthew Lillard might be the best Shaggy. And I hate that I have this opinion. I hate that I have an opinion at all on who's the best Shaggy. But I really, really like Matthew Lillard as Shaggy. It's the saving grace of those movies is the Shaggy and Scooby stuff. And Matthew Lillard, if you don't know, became the voice of Shaggy, not the voice of Matthew Lillard, who is already that. But he became the voice of Shaggy in the cartoons as well for ages. I think he still might be, including my favourite Scooby-Doo thing, Mystery Incorporated. So I like Matthew Lillard. I've never seen him, but I know it's notorious for that. Yeah. I love Matthew Lillard in Hackers and in Scream. I've never seen all of Scream. I've only seen bits and pieces of Scream. And I don't like it. I think I kind of hate Scream. There's a reason I haven't seen all of it. Because I kind of hate Wes Craven. I think Wes Craven, I just don't gel with him at all. I don't like any of his movies, I think. Did he direct Nightmare on Elm Street 3? That one's good. That's about it, though. I don't really like any of them. How can you not like it and you haven't even watched it? I've seen, to be fair, I've only seen about 15 or 20 minutes of it. Emma has shown me bits and pieces. And it just seems really annoying. It's that sort of like twee, meme meta humor that I don't like. It's like fucking slasher Deadpool, right? Emma hates it, by the way. Emma really doesn't like Scream either. I think Emma used to like Scream and then watched it recently and went, oh, this is so fucking annoying. I think Emma, for some reason, I didn't do it because I didn't want to, but Emma watched all of the Scream movies recently. And said that the last couple she liked and hated pretty much all the others. I watched Scary Movie and Scary Movie 2. I'd say that's close enough to watching Scream that I can tick it off the list. I also hate Scary Movie. I've seen Scary Movie 1. I don't think I've ever seen another one. I think weirdly, Scary Movie 3 might be considered the best one. Scary Movie... Oh no, I've seen at least some of Scary Movie 2. Because I think Scary Movie 2 was the one with, is it Will Sasso with the withered hand? Where he goes, I'll use my good hand, and like rubs the turkey with a weird fake withered hand. That's a really bad movie. If it's that one, that's really bad. Yes, that is the one. Thank you. Horrible. Scavenge the console for components. Sure, I got some components. Don't know what that does. I don't know really where I'm going. Take my strong hand. That's it. David Cross was in one of them, I forget which. David Cross is another wrong'un, isn't he? I don't know much about David Cross. I've never seen him in many things, but I think he's a bit of a wrong'un. Of Cross and Bob Odenkirk is now beloved, and David Cross is kind of faded out of the limelight. Oh, he finally came and fought me. Fantastic. I think I have to go this way, which is very annoying. Equip your gun, oh. And we'll just stand here. Cross was in 2 as the crippled guy. Jesus. Again, I am very anti-Wayans Brothers. It was in 2. I do not like Wayans Brothers comedy. Oh, this fucker's healing them! Oh, Christ, hang on. This guy needs to go down immediately. I forgot they said that. There was like little cleric bots. Don't bother shooting him. Just shoot the other one. There we go. He can't heal himself, can he? Oh, it's a big spider boy! Hang on. Okay. I would like you to change weapons out. Thank you. And then, not him. I would like you to wipe that from your memory and stun this droid. And then just beat the shit out of him. Oh, fuck, he's healing this one too. Stop it! Okay, I hate you so fucking much. Can I do a power attack? Can I kill him in one shot? No, I can't. Can I do a flurry? Can I kill him in one shot in some way? No, I'm gonna need to kill this fucker. Okay, you, stun droid. Now you can actually get to him. Just kill this fucker. Throw a grenade at him. Do something. There we go, thank you. Now we're fine. Those movies are as far from the list of funny haha movies as you can get. I think my dad likes them. I think my dad showed me the first one and maybe the second one and would reference the second one. This is how I know the hand guy from the second one, because my dad would reference that constantly and piss himself laughing. How I know I will hate a comedy is if my dad likes it, basically. My dad and I have some overlap in terms of movie taste. He likes some of the, you know, if it's kind of maybe a bit more of like a pseudo art house thing, not proper art house, but like, you know, like Blade Runner 2049, I think we both like, that kind of thing. You know, middlebrow stuff, I guess, to put it in the most insulting, pretentious way possible. But if my dad likes a comedy, I will almost definitely despise it. He likes things like, I think he liked 2.5 Men and How I Met Your Mother and, you know, sitcoms like that. I think he really likes the Scary Movie movies. He liked that he kept recommending me watch this next movie that I'm about to say. He recommended that I watch this probably about 8 different times on 8 different occasions. He said, you absolutely have to watch The Happy Time Murders. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I looked that movie up. It has like a 5% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's that Melissa McCarthy movie where it's full of Muppets that come, and that's the joke. It looks fucking horrible. But that's the kind of movie he loves. What, you hate dad jokes? I mean, I find them painful, but I believe that's the point of dad jokes, right? Anyway, let's switch out to a gun again. I can level up if I want to, but I don't see the point right this second. I'll do it after this combat. Just shoot the boys. Just keep shooting, boys, and then we'll get through this room. Nearly done. Oh my god, I'm doing 1 damage per shot. That is so fucking pathetic. I really need a companion at this point, don't I? Yep, just gonna keep going. Thank you. Now do another one, please. Maybe I should just let her go at it. Just do standard attacks. That seems to do a bit more damage. But less accurate. Yeah, occasionally she'll hit something. This bit is losing me slightly. Hey, you know, this is an RPG where you spec into things. Let's have this section be sucky if you don't know how to use a gun. When you can't have a companion. Thank you. Jesus Christ, please don't make me do that again. Anything else I can loot? The music is very tense considering what's actually happening. Oh, I have to blow this open? Fine. Run away! Eee! Did that work at all? I have no idea if that worked. Ooh! I mean, a med pack I'll take. Although I think they might have, like, gradual healing in this, which is very nice. You could gun spec with that upgrade point. I could, but I don't really want to use guns. Dreya doing it in the slowest way instead of coming up and whacking it. It specifically said earlier that you shouldn't go do that because they freeze you and auto-kill you. They have carbonite freeze rays that, like, freeze you in place when they hit you and then they just fucking destroy you. It said use a gun. I'm following the game's instructions, if anything. Let's level up. I would like... I don't know, recommend? What do you recommend? I'm not taking Persuade, because I persuaded my way through most of the game last time, and I want this to be a different character. Demolitions, Awareness, and Treat Injury will be like a healer who throws a lot of grenades. That's fine. Little feats. I might take Improved 2-weapon fighting, despite not having a double-bladed weapon right now, just for the future, or maybe I'll take Gunnos. Or you know what, Improved Flurry was really good in the last game. That might work. Improved Power Attack, Power Blast, or Sniper Shot. Dual Strike. +4 bonus to hit an enemy that is being attacked by another party member. That could be good. That could be fun. Unarmed, nah. Precise Shot. Increases the damage done with ranged weapons by 1. Also applies a -2 penalty to any attempt to deflect blaster bolts. Give me the better flurry. It'll be fine. 0 Riz playthrough. We headcanoned it on the last playthrough. The persuade made my chest bigger, so I guess we'll be flat-chested here. They'll wither away. We'll just say that my character is taking, like, space testosterone or something. They're just, like, slowly withering away. I don't think that happens. I think it fucked up. I think that if you take testosterone, it doesn't shrink your boobs. You think that would happen, but I think they just stay there uselessly. I think if you take estrogen, they grow your boobs, and there's other ones as well. They just sort of like, you know, they grow up. They're like, you know, they burst out or whatever, like an alien. But I think if you take tea, it doesn't like shrink them down. That seems fucked. It feels like that would be a good trade-off. Could we have a less boob-intense playthrough? Force Aura? Force Valor? Burst of Speed? I don't know if any of these are particularly useful. Affect Mind is good. Stun is good. Stun Droid is good. What do you recommend? Burst of Speed. Burst of Speed? Really? Can confirm, have testosterone and useless boobs. I don't know if I want Burst of Speed. Moving very swiftly, pressing his or her body to its physical limits. 36 seconds for doubled... Oh, +2 defense is okay. May I recommend the Space Fish? Dark Side power... I'm gonna try not to go Dark Side, because I was constantly struggling against that. But we'll see. We'll start with universal powers. Energy resistance is pretty good. Absorbing the first 6 points of damage... This effect lasts for 120 seconds. That could be good. I'll get energy resistance. I'm non-binary and want Lego pop on and off boobs and genitals. That would... Even if you're not NB, which I think I am, but even if you're not NB, I think that would be a good default, right? That you could just, like, click them on and off and they'd work. That would be nice for everybody. Accept, please. There we go. Let's go stun droid. I mean, we're just fighting lots of droids, so the stun droid seems useful. Or if you could, like, trade. Like, I know this is very Tumblr core, what I'm about to say, but if you could, like, trade, if there was, like, a system, like, instead of going through, like, you know, the sort of fucked up trans healthcare pipeline, if you could be like, I don't want these breasts, and you could go, like, and, like, staple them to a trans woman or something. And then the other way around, just like, take this, and then just like lob it at a trans man. It would be nice, right? Staple, whatever they do. Probably some sort of medical glue. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. Just better to customize for what you need. Exactly. I think humans should be modular. It would be lovely. I really need to work towards a heal. That was really what saved me in the last playthrough. Power attack. I'd remove my genitals during the day so my kid would stop kicking them as he flails about jumping on the couch. It might be nice just to get more done, right? If you could remove them. Like, it's one of the few jokes I laughed at in Barbie, was when they went, actually, I don't have any genitals, and it's just smooth. If you could be like that, just at will, that would be fun. Just for a novelty more than anything.
Got another lecture about contraband today. Security hasn't started doing spot checks of our quarters yet, so my cash in the lower bunk in my room in the eastern dormitory should be safe. You won't even know it's there unless you know to look for it. KotOR came around again, asking if I had any special cargo to sell, but I was getting a bad feeling about how he was asking, so I stayed quiet. There's accents all over the place. So I stayed quiet about me stash. I'm going to keep that blaster. I smuggled from Telos a few grenades there, just in case things get rough. Only benefit of having a room the farthest from the door is that it should buy me enough time to dump the contraband if security does a surprise inspection. Safe deposit lockup box for my groin until I need to pee. What a painful mistake. I guess you could just explode. I watched a movie last night and I really liked it, but it opened in one of the most horrific ways ever, where some small children inflated a frog and then hit it with a slingshot so that it exploded in the face of a woman they didn't like. And it was
really grotesque and horrible. So imagine that could happen if you didn't have genitals. You would just sort of slowly inflate with piss. Pop on and off with magnets. No, it was so horrible. The movie opens with a little boy carrying a big old frog, like a bullfrog or something, going like, look, I caught a frog. And he's like 10. He's like, look, I caught a frog. And the frog is just like, like not even trying to struggle or anything, just going, and looking cute. And then they blow up the frog with a straw or something. They inflate the frog and then put it on its back in the road. And then a woman comes along and they hit it with a fucking nail in a slingshot and it explodes. And it was... Emma and I were both sitting on the couch going, while we were watching. It was not fun. I'll take some chemicals, please. Thank you. Try to go through airport security. Please place any items in the tray. I imagine that must happen, right? I know that apparently, if you are a trans woman, going through like body scanners is hell because, you know, if you are bepenist, they can see it and they'll go, suspicious, and pat you down, which is awful. But also, if you're a trans boy and you have, I believe it's called a pecker, that might also be weird. Because you're like, oh, I'll have to take that out and fucking put it in the thing, and just there's a penis there going through the security. Maybe you don't wear it on the flight, I don't know. Pat me down, pack me down. Open the storage canisters, please. I mean, I don't like security at the best of times, because I feel like I always forget something, or at least I'm paranoid about forgetting something.
I swear, they're never gonna get around to fixing the vent systems, and if the food processor's back up again, the next time the fumes start flooding the mess hall, I'll be dead rather than just nauseous. I'll keep the breath mask here, just in case we have a repeat incident.
Useful. It's getting packed down, like getting dicked down, but softer. Maybe? Like temped down. I guess we're just going around to get, like, keep exploring. I think we need to go this way. The classic arcade games, Pac-Man and Mrs. Pac-Man. Is that anything? Not really. But I appreciate the effort. I've never seen a pecker. I imagine they're just like lumps, right? They're probably not even... Hang on. I've never actually looked this up. Go over to full camera, just in case this gets me banned. Go to Firefox. Trans pecker. FTM peckers. What do these look like? Are they actually... Oh yeah, they are like full-on penises. I thought there was a chance they were just sort of a lump. They were just like a lump or something. But no, they are like full-on peni that sort of glom onto you. It's just very soft material that you need to starch or it gets very sticky. It looks quite realistic from here, at least these ones that I'm looking at. They look very squishy. They look so... they look so, like, satisfying to squish. They look like they're made out of, like, stress ball material. They look so good. Like, I would constantly be squishing. I had one, but I never ended up really using it. I understand that it can be a big aid for others. What's the penile rating? I don't know how I would rate them. I mean, there's lots of different skin tones. These ones, I will say, impressively huge. I mean, Jesus. Some of these are big. I mean, especially flaccid. I guess maybe if you could choose, you'd be a shower rather than a grower. Some of us don't have that ability, but like... I guess all the packers are for showers. Let's close that and go back over to the game. I thought they were usually silicon, sometimes dual density. I don't know, but possibly. And they usually just like silicon, maybe. There's probably different types. Anyway, let's loot Korta. She was mentioned in something. Credits, a mining laser and a miner log. I will invent growing ones, my new life purpose. Some of us are like the great statues of Rome. Yeah. This hololog looks like it needs to be plugged into a holo reader. Fantastic. I still haven't found one of them. Ooh, that's a lot of stuff. All of it, I think, useless, but I'll take it anyway. Same with this. Open turbo lift door. Oh, Christ. Enter 5-number code sequence, number range 1 to 20. I might just destroy the console to force open the door, because I don't know what the fuck. Slice the door. I have 1 computer spike. I don't want to waste it. Destroy the console to force... You know what, before I do, can I, read what it says and then save. The turbo lift back to the admin level is locked by a code. If so, then it's likely one of the officers has it, or there's a record somewhere. It's probably in one of the fucking things that I just read. Like one of these, it's probably in this. It's probably in this data pad, but I can't access it. I don't know how to read a data pad. Destroy the console. Hang on, log out one more time. Quick save. Some of us are like the censored statues of Rome. We have built-in leaves. I was so shocked when I learned that. It was years and years ago that I learned that now. But I feel like some people might not know. You know the trope or the stereotype of like a nude statue but it's covered by a fig leaf? That's Victorians. They did that. They were all nude, all the statues, and some Victorians were like, oh, that's not good enough, so they chopped off the penises, or the breasts, or whatever, or the vulva, and like covered it with a fig leaf, so it looks shit. And there is a room in the British Museum that is full of marble penises, just marble penises, like matched to statues. I think they might repair them at some point. But it's really fucked that they did that. It's like when you read about how they censored Shakespeare and stuff like that. That's my mind palace. It's like how they censored the fuck out of Shakespeare. And it's like, Victorians really do ruin everything. Destroy the console. Oh, Jesus, I guess that worked. Fantastic. Brute force always wins. I only took a little damage. I hope the marble penises find their way home one day. I mean, again, some of them are very small, and it makes you feel better, and then you read that it was because small penises were a sign of strength, or like intelligence, and you go, no.
We must leave at once.
I can't believe I spent all that time trying to learn to suck a leaf. I felt a disturbance. Our enemy is here. We must leave at once. Enemy?
The one
Is it
that
Zombie
fired
Boy?
upon the Ebon Hawk as we attempted to rescue you.
The fuck was that noise?
And he will not let us go without blood being
It sounded
shed.
like Space Cadet Pinball for Windows XP when you lose. When it goes... So what? If he's willing to bleed a little, that's more entertainment for me. Wait, who is this enemy?
The story is a long one, and time is short. Come, we must go, and quickly.
I would like to find my little bot friend. My little robo-boy. Can I find him first? Because I want my robo-boy. That's so specific, and I love that you unlock the memory. I played a huge amount of Space Cadet Pinball. I think I have a Windows XP virtual machine installed in this. I could play it again. I think you could probably find it. I imagine it's abandonware or freeware now, right? Space Cadet Pinball. It's surprisingly good. It's the one I spent most on Windows XP. My first operating system. That ages me quite badly, right? My first operating system was Windows XP. But I remember I never really got into Solitaire or Minesweeper or Hearts or Spider Solitaire or any of those, but I loved Space Cadet Pinball. Let's go!
We need to make our way to the docking area on this level. I fear the airlock has already opened, and if so, we must be on our guard. If we cannot reach the Ebon Hawk, then we must find a way to escape on the ship that has docked here.
Kriya has joined your party. Ooh, I have a companion. Good stuff. Mine was Windows 95. I was not born when that came out. But when did Windows 95 end? Because there was Windows... Oh, I can't remember the order. There's Windows 95. Then there's like Windows 98. Then there's Windows 2000 maybe? And then was it Windows Me? And then Windows XP? And then nobody used Vista. And then everybody went to 7 instead. 7 was the one I used the most as a child. I don't remember when it came out, maybe like 2009 or something. So I would have been like 13 when that came out. So that was like my childhood, teenage, operating system that I'm most familiar with. I like Windows 10 okay. Windows 10 is fine. I don't like how in modern Windows the control panel is becoming more and more vestigial, but I don't mind Windows 10. I've heard 11 is even worse though. I had Vista briefly. I used Vista on like somebody else's computer once and went, yeah, I'm not upgrading to this. Yippee, I have a companion. Fantastic. What do you do? What is it you do? I have popcorn to watch this with now. I also have popcorn somewhere. I should make it. I have like stovetop popcorn. Am I going? That's the dormitory level. Where are we going now then? What are we doing? I guess we're going to the airlock? The docking port? What did we just do? Hang on. Recover the Ebonhawk and rescue T3. You found T3M4 damaged in one of the fuel line pipes in the Paragus fuel depot. He looks damaged and you have no idea how to get there. Oh, well, we should rescue him. Did you name Windows Me? I did, although I don't know what Windows Me looks like and I've never met anyone who has used it. XP and 7 so good, 10 is okay and 11 is tolerable. I think that's the general... That's what I would agree. Windows 8 was dog water. Windows 8 was just like the next Windows Vista where it was shit. I had the microwavable. My microwave is too small to make most of my microwavable popcorns. It's the microwave that came with the house when I moved in, and it's tiny and old and it can't expand. The popcorn just gets crushed and doesn't all pop because it can't expand enough. So I just make pan popcorn. Although I've seen... Whenever I've seen an American movie, they have these pen popcorns that have like foil over the top that expands, and it's like a perfect serving of popcorn, and it looks so cool, and I've never seen one. I don't know if they exist here. We just have like a bag of kernels. Okay, so we need to find our way into the fuel line pipes and recover the Ebonhawk. Fantastic. It's possible that you could use the fuel connection line to bypass the force field in the fuel depot and enter the hangar from another direction. So we need to find the fuel line in the fuel depot. Oh god, okay, where are we going there then? Voice of Dreya, having been in a long list of TV, film and theatre since the 70s, then does a voice for a video game. Isn't that the fate of every British theatre actor in the end? It's either that or you end up on Doctor Who and then The Bill. Okay, turbo lift to fuel depot. Let's try and unlock that. Maybe we did something. I'm very unclear on a lot of what we're doing here. We're kind of just going in every part and something happens. Ooh! Some boys. Some spooky boys with no ears. Hello, spooky boys. Spooky boys? Are they gonna hurt me? Don't hurt me, spooky boys. I think we're fine. Michael Wave. I was genuinely like, what actor are they talking about? Maybe Michael Wave is like the voice of Dreya or something. And then I realized that you were talking about a microwave.
What in space is going on? Who's this? Another Jedi? What, did you guys suddenly start breeding when I wasn't looking?
Did he genuinely just say, what in space is going on? Oh, if I didn't hate you already, I hate you now. To be fair, she did appear in Holby City and Midsummer Murders. Yep, that's the other two. Midsummer Murders has got to be on like episode 1000 by now, right? I never watched Midsummer Murders. My mum did. My mum was a big Midsummer Murders fan. I just remember the controversy from like, it must have been like 2010, right? The controversy that somebody went through Midsummer Murders. At that point, there had been like 400 episodes of the thing. And noted that there had never been a black person in it. And then the showrunner went, we're just trying to create an image of like rural England. They wouldn't fit or something like that. And it was so fun. It was the exact worst thing he could have said. And now that's all I think about with Midsummer Murders now. I'm shocked it's still going. It's on series 24, I think. Oof. It's true, we're extremely racist in rural England. We're trying to get people in the mindset of like pastoral rural England. They just wouldn't be welcome there. It'll take too long to explain. There's no time to explain. Grab a weapon and follow me. Good stuff. We have a party.
Alright. I'm guessing that Republic ship that just docked isn't carrying friends of yours.
I mean, somebody killed everyone.
I hope your talent for understatement is offset by your skill with a blaster. If not, then I fear our time
Quips.
And I'm also good at running and drinking, Your Majesty.
Oh.
And even if you two aren't big friends of the Republic, that warship's the only way off this station.
What about the Ebonhawk? Fine. Well, maybe we get a new ship.
Good thing
and
we have a clear run to the ship.
bot boy. He's the evil bot boy.
Master, perhaps I did not enunciate clearly the last time we spoke. I
taking his head
suggested
off, by the
that
way.
you
It's
should
time.
shut down, stay put, and wait for rescue.
No, we were clear. I just don't listen to assassin droids. Thank you. You actually fucking said it out loud. We knew it was so obvious that he was here to assassinate us or control us in some way.
Clarification. Assassin droid is such a crude term, Master. Reserved for Durasteel drones uploaded.
Durasteel sounds like it would be the name of a very bad brand of condom.
Been referred to as wanton slaughter. I prefer to see it as a means of facilitating communication.
Durex,
resulting in
Durasteel,
the termination of
Featherlight.
hostilities.
Condoms, whenever I pass the condom aisle, it does seem to be increasingly named like male deodorants, like Extreme Cool Sports Rush. Whatever you say, murder still means murder to me. I don't want to fight you, but I will if you leave me no other choice. So you did kill all the miners, yeah. So you did kill all the miners.
Indignant answer. Master, the miners intended to place you in jeopardy. I could not allow that to take place.
What, the
so
television
I was
show?
forced to negotiate a
Which I've never
termination
seen.
of
I think
hostilities.
it's like
After
probably the
reprogramming
most
mining
famous and
droids
well-liked
to
American
mine any
game show.
organics they perceived, they began to kill the miners one by one.
Aw.
Then a series of flawlessly timed
Poor
explosions
friends.
drove the miners into their dormitories, where I was able to gas them all at
Jesus
once
Christ.
without wasting time hunting them through the mining tunnels.
That's very efficient.
I then administered a large dose of sedatives to the remaining miners in the med bay, enough to kill them,
Sedatives.
but ensure you slept peacefully. Of course, against my calculations.
This reminds me, I wonder if there's droid revolutionaries, they're extremely oppressed in Star Wars lore. I keep talking about this. Because they're treated so poorly. That some of them seem like sentient, like animal level sentience. And some of them seem fully sapient. And they're all treated like horrible beasts of burden or slaves. They seem so put upon. In one of the movies, there is a droid revolutionary. But it's treated a bit like, if you've ever read Harold Potter. You know how in Harold Potter, which you should not read, they're terrible books, I always hated them. But in Harold Potter, Hermione decides that she's going to free all the house elves, and it's treated as a joke, and that they like being slaves, and that she's just like a little silly girl, and it's like, oh, of course you can't free the house elves. They're meant to be slaves. They're bred as slaves. They couldn't be free. As one of the more fucked up parts of the books. It's like that in, I think, the movie. I think it's Solo or Rogue One, probably Solo. There's a robot that they gave sexy swaying hips to, and she's trying to like start a droid uprising, and it's like, oh, you, well, the fuck on, is J.K. Rowling bad? Celebrity Jeopardy can highlight how poorly knowledgeable some famous people are, and how some of the smartest you wouldn't have guessed. Why would they give sentience if their purpose is to be treated as objects? I don't know. I think it's just as a joke. You know that one scene in what's it called? Is it called Kung Pao? Where it's like we trained him wrong as a joke. It seems like we gave them sentience as a joke. It's like, no, maybe it's a side effect or something of how to make a droid, but they never really explain it. It's like R2-D2 is a good example. R2-D2 in the original movies is just a fully fledged little guy. He's like a guy. He's just some guy. He has full intelligence. He has emotions. He interacts with people. He talks. But they kind of treat him like a pet, right? I swear those books had 10 ghostwriters working on the books in tandem with the movie that would come out the year afterwards. I'm sure by the end, right? Because, although I don't know, I would believe that, I'm saying, but I kind of imagine J.K. Rowling as an insane control freak, because I know that editors by the end of that series were like, this is a children's series, and you are writing like 700-page novels with a lot of fucking bloat in them. Can you please trim like 200 fucking pages out of this, at least? And she was like, no, all of it goes in. So maybe she used ghostwriters, maybe not. I would describe J.K. Rowling as an insane. They fully turn R2-D2 off without his consent. Yes, they do that to all the bots, don't they? They're like, just fucking switch him off, and then suddenly it's like 6 months later and he wakes up and it's like blinking. Can you imagine how horrifying that would be existentially? If you're just a fully functioning little guy and you're trundling around squeaking your life away, and then they just click you off and just you go blank, and then an instant later you turn back on and it's like 5 years later. As like some of the people you know are dead, so you've just been in a coma against your will and it's just ruined you. But he just keeps trundling along and he's fine and it's just normal. I really don't like how they handle the droids in Star Wars. It's one of my pet peeves. True, maybe she's just a bad writer. I mean, I don't like Harry Potter. I feel slightly vindicated. It's such a smug thing to say, but I feel slightly vindicated that people have... Because of J.K. Rowling being one of the worst people on the planet at the moment, people have reassessed Harry Potter and gone, oh, this sucks, we were just 8. Because even when I was like 10 years old, I went, this is shit. This is such a bad book. This is like every generic fantasy trope shoved into a grinder and then pasted out on some paper. It's really bad. It's like almost any fantasy novel is better than J.K. Rowling, but because a lot of people, it was their first introduction to fantasy novels or books in general. Obviously, you don't have that built up in your brain, so you don't know what better stuff is. So you don't know. I feel like a lot of people, millennials, maybe stopped reading after Harry Potter as well. Anyway, why did you want to capture us? Because we're a Jedi and he's a bounty hunter or whatever.
Answer.
Sorry, I forgot I was playing a game for a second.
To probe the motivations of my clients, Master. Suffice to say that I am being well compensated for my services.
What really blows my mind is how some guy will show up with a book called like Barry Clotter with glasses and a star on his forehead and still claiming I did it first.
Mandalorian Wars,
Mandalorians, we know about them. They're in the show, the television show with Pedro Pascal.
By hunters such as myself, or more likely, the Jedi Order.
Do you know about the Star Wars World Revolutionaries that got lobotomized and turned into droids? No, I don't. That sounds like something that would fit into Fallout rather than Star Wars. I know that there's a lot of extended universe stuff that maybe now isn't canon anymore because of Disney, but I know there's a lot of in-depth, varied novels and shows and stuff about Star Wars. It's probably one of the biggest franchises ever, right? I know Pokemon does beat it out in terms of money, but Star Wars is probably second, third, fourth. They show up in the Han Solo film. Oh my god. I have blocked a lot of the Han Solo film out of my brain. I know that even some people in this chat like that movie and say it's not as bad as everybody says. And it has a fan base, but I thought it was maybe, and this is saying a lot, I think it was maybe the worst Star Wars movie I've seen. I'm even including Phantom Menace in that. I think it's really bad. Harry Potter would make anyone want to stop reading, to be honest. A lot of people still love it. I mean, look at I feel like I'm happy that, again, this has been vindicated and that nobody seems to even remember it like a year after the game came out. But remember that Harry Potter video game came out like a year or two ago, and everybody went, I'm gonna buy it, fuck everybody else, I'm buying it, and it like made no impact and was just like a 4 out of 10 like RPG, and nobody likes it really. Millennium Falcon loses her freedom, Han Solo is a dick. Oh, I remember that. That Phantom Menace has like a weird AI that, oh god, it's such a weird movie. I love Phantom Menace. Hogwarts Legacy or something? Yeah, it's called Hogwarts Legacy, that's it. Buying it to own the libs. You can tell because Hogwarts Legacy, people would buy it and then not play it just to own the libs. It's like people who had never played a video game in their lives, I feel, were playing that and going, oh, this kind of sucks. As a first video game, especially, oof, that's rough. It's like your first book being Harry Potter. Who is this client of yours, Mr. Robot?
Chiding answer. My programming renders me incapable of revealing the identity of my client, Master. However,
Can you join
I am
me?
free to say
We could be
that my
friends. You seem
client
cool.
is wealthy and
You seem
very
useful, at
interested
least.
in possessing the last of the Jedi.
But she, like, if I'm the last of the Jedi, what's Kreia? Because she's a Jedi too, I'm sure. She has, like, white eyes and can see, so she must be a Jedi. It's that trope. I think they're doing a second one, because of course they are. Kiss them on their grill lips. The second Last of the Jedi. Isn't one of the movies called The Last Jedi? Did I see that one? I haven't seen all the Star Wars movies, because Christ. I think episode 8 might be called The Last Jedi, which I very much did not like. So what now? Are you going to kill me?
Answer. No, Master. Killing you was never the intention. If you resist my attempts to return you to your KotOR
Number 8,
tank,
thank you.
however, I may
It's the one with
inadvertently
Luke drinking the
fracture your
blue milk
skeleton
or
in several
something. Or was that,
places
no,
to
was that,
incapacitate you.
was blue milk number 8 or was that number 7? I think I thought number 7 was okay. I thought number 7 was like fine. Not good, but fine. It was an enjoyable time. Then episode 8, I think, is the one with blue milk and that weird casino planet with a little guy and the, like, emus. Some stuff in that movie. Blue milk was in episode 4? Oh, there is blue milk in episode 4, you're right. They drink some blue milk on Tatooine. I also don't really like episode 4. I've said my Star Wars rankings before, but I can do it again. Where it's like, I think the only genuinely great Star Wars movie, I think, is episode 5. Past that, I don't really like any of them. Like, a lot, at least. I'd say maybe then 4, maybe then... Christ, 7? Rogue One? Episode 3? And then the rest are all so bad I couldn't even rank them, to be honest. I won't defend episode 8, but I still like some of it. I don't think I hated it as much as some of them. I think a lot of people... It was weird, because I came out of that movie and was like, wow, that was really bad. I didn't like it. Let's go on Twitter and see what people are saying about it. And then the only people who were publicly hating it were people who were like, I hate what liberals and wokes have done to Star Wars. And I was like, what are you talking about? It's just a Star Wars movie, but a character has purple hair. What are you fucking saying? You freaks. The wokes have ruined my Star Wars has gotten political. It's like, did you watch the other movies? Ah yes, right Luke to kill his nephew because he thinks he'll be bad, but my mass murdering father was redeemable. It makes sense. I don't know. I think one of the reasons I didn't hate it, like, immensely is because I just don't have that much of a connection with Star Wars. I don't have any nostalgia for it. I was already in my teens when I watched a Star Wars, so I was like, I don't care really. But I think a lot of people who are really into Star Wars, for better or worse, depending on which side of the thing you were on, really hated it. Enough of this, I guess. I don't want to fight you, by the way.
Resignation. Very well,
Oh,
Master.
I want to
If
be friends with you.
pain
You
is the
seem like a
only means
cool
to resolve
assassin
this
bot.
matter, then you leave me no choice.
Oh god, he's got fucking clerics. Oh no, they're floating mines. That's actually fine. That's okay. Ryan tried something else with Star Wars and didn't pan out, but it wasn't just the same all over again. That's the thing, right? Because I think the thing that... And this is not new, everybody knows this. The new trilogy, episodes 7, 8, and 9, it's J.J. Abrams, then Rian Johnson, then J.J. Abrams again. And each one kind of did something radically different. As like, J.J. Abrams was just like, give them what they want. Give them the fucking episode 4 again. Give them fucking Palpatine's back. Ooh, spooky, you know, real shit stuff. And then episode 8, at least it did something new. I didn't like it, but at least it did something different. But then when people didn't like it, they were like, fuck it, scrap everything, make it make no sense at all. When you say make 3 more movies, also have all 3 different directors and writers and no plan, go, you get what you deserve, exactly. Anyway, I guess we'll try and stun this droid, and then, oh god, who else is here? What can you do? What is it you do? You can force push, you can stun droid. Can I... Oh, you won't even do anything to him. Stun this mine as well. And then Mr. Blasto, you just start blastoing, I guess. Not really sure what I can do with you.
I hear.
Items received, mining laser. When did that happen? Why are you running in? Oh my Christ. Okay, sure, fine, good stuff. Assassin droids, stun them. You start stunning the assassin droid, like 3 of them. We need them stunned. And then you just keep doing sniper shots, I guess. Maybe you can stun them as well. Or maybe, do you have any grenades? I don't know what you do. Just go. Stun droid. Why are you running in? Why do you keep running? Just stun the fucker. Please, I want him stunned. And also I would like you to heal, because you're not doing great. Do a med pack. Click on a party member's portrait to use this item. You. There we go. And also, maybe a mining shield would be useful. It's a shame. I feel like maybe he would have done well if he was given a timeline outside of the Skywalker arc. What happened to that, what happened to that one series that was going to happen with the Game of Thrones boys? Did they tank Game of Thrones so badly that they got yeeted out of Star Wars world? Deserved. But I remember that was happening. Oh, you don't even have a weapon, you stupid prick! What are you doing? Okay, put on a shield, there we go. And then just fucking beat the shit out of him. Come on, beat the shit out of him, please. Somebody hit him. Oh my Christ! What the fuck was that? Hit him. Do a power attack, do something. Come on, one more hit and he's done. Oh God, run away! Run away! Self-destruct! Run away! Run away! Run away! Run away! Run away! There we go. Fantastic work. They got tossed, I think. I was not into Game of Thrones that much. I liked the books when I was a kid, but I don't know. I think I did like the books a lot when I was a kid, but I had to wait so long for the next one that I reread them like 3 times, the first 4 books. I reread them like 3 times all in a row, like over the course of a few years. And so I was already kind of sick of Game of Thrones by the time the show came out. So I watched a little of the first series and then nothing else. And then Emma, when I met Emma, was really into it. And so she showed me more bits and pieces. And it really did seem to be on like a downward slope after the first couple of series. Like really bad, especially when they got past the books. So, you know, deserved. Also, I think one of those guys wrote Wolverine Origins, the one where Ryan Reynolds is in it with a sewed up mouth. That's pretty bad as well. So probably deserved. Right, let's go. I think we need to go into the fuel depot. That's probably right. I feel slightly bad about killing that bot. We had conversations with him and everything. It seems a bit mean. I don't know what Disney's doing, to be honest. Disney's just... I don't like Disney as a company, obviously. Does anybody? But I don't like Disney movies or media either. I just find it annoying to watch. So what the fuck am I doing? How do I bring down these? And we were back in the fuel depot, but I don't know how to get past these still. I feel like I'm missing something. I will never watch it. Too many rape scenes. I can't remember what we were just talking about. So now I'm thinking about Disney properties with lots of rape scenes. Is there any? I mean, technically Poor Things, which I watched recently, is a Disney movie. Emma and I were talking about that afterwards. Because, oh, it's Game of Thrones, by the way, I've just remembered. And yeah, there's a lot. And that's fucking gratuitous as well by the end. Oh, Sleeping Beauty as well definitely has some. I don't know if it's in the movie, but probably. I've never seen it. But in Poor Things, that's technically a Disney movie because it's Searchlight Pictures, which was Fox and now was bought by Disney. So I was like, technically that's a Disney movie, and it's the most fucked up rapey movie in the world. Ooh. They butchered Obi-Wan. I have never seen any of the shows, but what's it called? The Mandalorian. And I quite liked The Mandalorian. I would say The Mandalorian is my favorite Star Wars. The first couple of series. A lot of the episodes are not good. But I'd say about 50% hit rate is better than usual with Star Wars for me. No, you know what? I would say that's upgraded now. I would say these games are my favourite Star Wars. But second to that is The Mandalorian. I quite liked it. And even then, I never watched it, Series 3 because they did like a time skip and the fucking Baby Yoda is back and you have to watch like 2 other shows that are spin-offs in order to get what happened in the middle. And I went, no thanks, you've ruined it. It was nice to have a little self-contained thing. I think at the end of Series 2, and I'll hold up a finger for when I'm spoiling The Mandalorian, and I will put the finger down for when it's over, so you can judge whether you want spoilers or not. You can mute. At the end of Series 2 of The Mandalorian, Luke Skywalker shows up, like a weird fucking CGI AI-generated Luke Skywalker, and it was so aggressively shit and memey and sort of like, it's a big universe and it's all tied in together. I instantly checked out and decided I would never watch anymore, and it has not brought me back in hearing about Series 3. And down. We're no longer spoiling. Nothing tops KotOR for me other than Clone Wars, but that's it for me. I think if I had watched Clone Wars as a kid, I probably would be really into it, but I didn't, and so I'm not. I've heard it gets better as well as it goes on, but I'm just not going to watch it. I'm just not going to watch a Clone Wars at the age of 28 for the first time. I watched probably about 6 episodes of it a few years ago, because people were like, it's so good. So I watched like the first 6 or 7 episodes, and I was like, it's a good kids show. It's good for a kids show, but I'm not willing to really watch a kids show at this age. And that was a few years ago, so it's even worse now. Clone Wars and Bad Batch, but that's it. Isn't Bad Batch, they brought it back recently as the Bad Batch. Docking port? Do we need to go to the docking port? Where the fuck am I going? What am I doing? What am I doing on this ship? I need to get to the fuel port thing. The docking fuel port thing. Is this anything? Harbinger command deck. Am I meant to go up here? I have no idea. The first season is very, very childish. Here we go. This is something.
You sense
Yes, we know about Ratatouille as well.
Sense any assassin droids creeping up behind us like last time?
Everyone here has been slain, yet there are few signs of battle. No carbon scoring, no blast of fire. This place
They used the Force to choke some boys.
Different sort.
Then what are we doing on this ship? We were better off in the facility. You two are supposed to be Jedi? You two are the worst Jedi I've ever met.
Can I slice his throat open? Like, this guy is new Karth to me. Like, Karth was more boring. Like, boring and edgy. He was trying to be broody. It felt like watching Twilight fanfiction. This guy is trying to be Han Solo, and it's even more annoying. Maybe you'd like to go back into your cell. I'm beefing with Linguini.
Maybe I would. At least I was safe there.
We cannot go back into the facility. If the assassin machine was correct, then we cannot reach the hangar. Be silent. I need some time to think.
I saw this vessel dock when it did a fuel pipe entered the fuel depot behind the force field. We need to go through there to get my boy. I'm not up to date with Disney Pixar movies though. I'm not either, really. I have a fairly positive view of Pixar movies. I think everybody likes Pixar, right? Less so in the last few years, but I think they still have some hits. Like, I think the last Pixar movie I watched was probably Soul, which I really liked. I thought Soul was very good. Elemental, a lot of people memed on Elemental because of the very bad ads for it, but I think people actually kind of liked it. I don't think it's considered one of their classics. It's maybe closer to Cars than it is Inside Out, but I think people grew to like Elemental, but I'm never going to watch it anyway. I think I'm past my Disney Pixar era. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to watch another Disney or Pixar movie. Honestly, it's maybe Pixar. Pixar could draw me back in, because I've seen some Pixar movies that have genuinely made me cry. Inside Out made me cry. WALL-E, the first half of it is beautiful. Soul, really good. I like it. Coco made me cry. So, like, they could draw me back in. But Disney, nah.
Look, I don't mean to cast another shadow on this, but even if you could reach the ship you came in on, it wouldn't matter. You'll need the orbital drift charts to clear the Paragus asteroid field, unless you want to have the shortest flight out of Paragus ever recorded.
Then how did this ship dock here?
Well, of course they have the asteroid drift charts in their navicomputer. They'd have to.
So let's get their codes then. Then we can worry about reaching the Ebon Hawk.
Well, we'd have to get to the bridge. I mean, well, that's the biggest problem I can see.
That is a sound plan for the moment. Let us go.
Okay. The only cinema I'll support is Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, and hopefully its sequel. This is... Are you the only person in the world who really likes that movie? I've never met another person that really likes that movie. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen. I watched it with you, I think. And it was fine, but like, you really love it, and I don't know why. And 12 Angry Men. Now, 12 Angry Men is a movie. The higher your influence with a companion, the more your alignment affects theirs. An extreme high and low influence with a companion can open up additional dialogue choices. Ooh, very Obsidian.
Our enemies gather while we wait here.
Okay. Watch that tone, old woman. I was stunned by its competence. That's fair. It is probably... As much as I didn't like Welcome to Raccoon City, I mean, it's, again, not the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's probably the best Resident Evil movie, which is so sad. Let's head to the bridge and get the drift charts, I guess.
All right, but this won't end well. Trust me.
Are you trying to do like a vaguely John Wayne-y kind of voice? I got light side points! Woo! Apparently. Didn't know that was what was happening. I love that you misspelled competence, by the way. That is the funniest way that could have happened. Are Disney animations probably dying a bit right now, right? Because their last movie was Wish, which was a huge flop. I feel like they've had a few flops in a row. And their Marvel wing is flopping as well. Probably not going to be a good few years for them. Doesn't affect me, really. I haven't seen, like, the last 5 Marvel movies. Won't see that humor in the algo. I don't know what I think plasteel might be real. Like, is plasteel a real thing? Because I see it in Subnautica a lot when I played Subnautica. But I don't know if that was... like referencing a real thing or a sci-fi thing. You go this way? No. I want to explore just a tiny bit, just in case we can find T3. I want to see T3. Oh, that's oh, Jesus. Okay. Lots of dead boys. Lots and lots of dead boys. Oh, is this... This is the same ship as the start of the first game, isn't it? I think I recognize this bridge layout. I'm pretty sure this type of ship, at least, maybe even the same ship, was in the first game. Get Navi computer, please. Come on, click on it. Come on, you need to... Come on, just click on the computer, please. Thank you, Jesus. It's all one big universe, ooh. I'm so over this game. It was kind of a shame they closed down the hand animated stuff. Now we're getting a live action Lilo and Stitch. Oh, I forgot about that. They're doing live action. They're also doing... This is the most baffling thing I've seen. And I won't go on about Disney too much because I know everybody's kind of over Disney at this point. This is a mainstream opinion now. It's not even edgy. I know that they're doing a live action Moana and a Moana 2. And Moana is only like... probably like 6 years old, right? So I don't know what they're doing. And I think it stars The Rock as well. It's probably The Rock trying to recover his career after Black Adam. Reroute the Navi computer? Or slice the Navi computer? I don't know. Reroute it. You have rerouted and accessed what remains of the astrogation capabilities. Download the orbital drift charts, please. Fantastic. Check the logs.
We have taken on passengers to Telos.
Sir, we've just received an emergency broadcast. A freighter under attack by Sith forces.
Can you get an ID on the ship?
Yes, sir. We have its ID signature. It's not in our databanks, but its profile suggests some
Make more
low-stock
Muppet
freighter.
versions of classic
Says it's
literature,
being
you
hit
cowards.
hard by a Sith warship.
Hello, by the way. I agree. I love Muppets. It's the one franchise I'll give a pass to, because I normally don't like franchises of any kind. Make as many Muppets movies as you like. Although, again, they're Disney still, and they've never been as good since they got bought by Disney, have they? Although I like the 2011 movie quite a bit.
Report.
The Sith warship is empty, sir. We attached an umbilical and sent 3 strike teams through it, and there's no sign of a crew or its commander.
There's no one on board? What about the escape pods?
You've got a very silly hat. You look like an old-timey train conductor.
It's empty. It's like a ghost ship.
Then who was firing at the freighter?
We don't know, sir. The freighter's
Ghosts
empty
exist
too.
in this
We did a clean
universe.
sweep and
Force
nothing except
ghosts.
a lone T3 unit, badly damaged. Did you still want tractor beams to the Harbinger?
Search the freighter and the warship one more time. If they're clean, then we'll tractor the freighter over.
Yes, sir.
No idea why the Admiral thought that freighter worth all the effort, but we'll find out.
Survivors.
Everyone in the Ebon Hawk was dead, sir. We're starting autopsies within the hour.
What about that Sith corpse we retrieved from the warship?
We haven't had a chance to fully examine it, sir. He looks human, but he's fractured in several places.
Yo, it's
And keep me posted.
gross,
Something's
dry
wrong
boy.
here, and I want to know where all those Sith on the warship went.
Emergency report.
We're still experiencing a problem with the communications array, and now maintenance is telling me there's a cascade failure in the weapons.
Sir, I just picked up an unusual sound from MedLab.
It's... No, it's not. It's not a little droid boy. Oh, Christ.
What the hell was that? Sir, I don't know.
Are we gonna be... Is this gonna be like Resident Evil Nemesis or whatever, where I'm gonna get chased around a fucking spaceship? Or Alien Isolation? Dwayne Johnson saying how he was happy to be able to reprise his character in Moana live action and that it was a once-in-a-lifetime role. My brother in Christ, you just played him. Look. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, I think, is one of Hollywood's very worst actors. And he seems like a fairly unpleasant person to work with. Just from rumors. So I'm not shocked he says really, really dumb things. Like, he is a profoundly shit actor, right? I'm shocked he still gets work. Like, I'm surprised that he lasted past Scorpion King, to be honest. He must have some sort of blackmail on some people. What the fuck is this? A Sith assassin? I thought it was some poisonous gas. Stun him.
Time to...
Oh, Jesus, there's so many. Okay, fuck. Yes, I read this as well. His acting contract states he's not allowed to lose a fight. I remember I watched something at some point with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in it. I think I watched Black Adam because my parents had it on, right? And then shortly after that, we watched Harrison Ford in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Now, both of those people are meant to be very difficult to work with and kind of sleazy and horrible, right? But it was really marked how in Raiders of the Lost Ark, Harrison Ford is constantly getting the shit kicked out of him. Like, he's constantly losing fights and being beaten to a pulp by giant Nazis. And in Black Adam, he was not able to be harmed at all. And it just made one movie. It was another thing that made one movie better than the other, right? It was just very striking when we watched them back to back. And it's why I think Dwayne Johnson is maybe the worst ever movie star.
Even the odds.
Okay, I'm gonna get hit by a big brick in a second. There we go. Jesus Christ. Okay, oh Christ, I need to, I don't know, throw a sonic grenade at you, although she's gonna be in the way. What are you doing? You do some sniper shots. And I wish I had given you a weapon in the meantime. Oh, what is this? What can I do to you? What's this skull? I have no idea. Oh, there's so many! There's 4 of the fuckers! Okay, attack, and then... Oh, Christ, that was bad. Jesus! Okay, get up. Okay, this is now going fine. I don't know what the fuck that skull attack was, but it worked fantastically. Thank you. He wants to run for president at some point, which will be great. Love how they make a live action of a movie that basically just came out. I know, like I said, it's only like 6 years old, probably. It's not an old movie. I mean, making a live action remake of an animated movie seems... I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how rude I'm willing to go here. Creatively evil? Quite rude, apparently. It really seems to be almost acknowledging that the people directing it don't consider animation real cinema, or that it's somehow lesser, and that they don't respect the original art that they're recreating. Like, even movies that I don't like The Lion King. I don't like The Lion King that much. It really feels like a slap in the face to Lion King. to remake it in that kind of soulless style. It just feels stupid. I think it just is just capitalism. Oh, definitely that. I think the studios are like that. I think if you agree to direct that or write it, I think you just are like a bad artist. I think there's no recovering from you. I agree it's disrespecting the craft. It's like, I get annoyed by this because I see a lot of people on Twitter saying like, remember, animation is art. And it's like, yeah, obviously that's a truism. But then they always share the worst animated shit you've ever seen. It's always like Shrek or the latest Disney film. And it's like, yeah, but there's also like good stuff. There's also like really good animation that is art. The live action Lion King was animated anyway. Yes, that's another thing. They're all CGI. They're still not live action. There wasn't a real lion on set. It's the same. It's still an animated. It's just like realistic looking, and not even then. It needs to have people that care involved. Like I heard how the first Lion King had a bunch of furries in the crew. Probably brought motivation as well. I agree. It's like, as much as I don't like Lion King, it clearly had a lot of passion behind it. I mean, you need a lot of conviction to rip off that much of Kimba the White Lion, right? But the new one just seems so soulless. Oh good, more of these fuckers. just kill them, do something.
Yes.
You do this on a Sith Assassin, please. Do your little skull attack. Never mind, they suck. They're actually way less impressive than I thought they were going in. They're easy to fight. Through this way, please? Cowards fight a real lion. I mean, I'd like it more. Right, stun him and then do this. There's a couple around. You use your special skull move. I don't know what it is.
What is it?
It's still not telling me because the same. It's called fear. Okay. Use fear. Make him spooked. Can you use any weapons? Before I go any further, can you use any weapons? What are your little skillos? What feats do you have? Show me your feats. How do I see your feats? How do I see this character's little foots? Where are her feats? Hang on, I need to see. Where are your feats? I can see your wisdom and vitality and all that shit. Abilities, here we go. Skills. Feats. What do you have? You have basic blaster proficiency. Basic dueling, basic lightsaber. Okay, you can use something then. I will give you... I don't know, a mining laser? You can have a blaster pistol? Sure. Good stuff. Quentin Tarantino intensifies. I don't think I even have... I wonder if there's like foot models in this. Ooh, an escape pod. Or is it just like always wearing shoes? I need to see the feet. It would make it worse, I think, if he said it like that. If he called them feets. Like, ooh, mommy, can I see your footsies? That would be worse than currently. Damage bonus +2, unstoppable. Ooh, I'll take that, please. There we go. I can also use another vibro cutter, or I might give her the vibro cutter, considering she's using... Nah, you can have a pistol. I'll use the other vibro cutter for now. I'll use 2 swords until I can find a double blade one. I can get in the escape pod. Is there anything to do in this? Dreya already begging for Kriya foot pics. I don't know if I've ever seen, or at least noticed, an old foot. Do feet wrinkle the same way as a face does? Like, could you tell... Like, does an old foot look all, like, saggy and wrinkled? Probably. But again, I've never checked. I wouldn't know. More assassin boys? This door has been magnetically sealed and can't be opened. Nope. Footy wooties. People ask him to sign their feet now, and he's just like, yeah, okay. Openly drooling on their feet. I think that's odd. I wouldn't get anybody to sign any part of my body. But that's just me. Okay, we got the nav computer. Can we just go? I think we can probably just go, right? Maybe we can go over this way. Google old feet. I mean, sure. This one probably won't be, like, TOS-able, right? You can show foot on stream, I'm sure. Old foot. Oh, yeah, it does get wrinkled, okay. That is a noticeably old foot. I wonder how ageist WikiFeet is. WikiFeet. Are any of the foot of the days like older women? Happy birthday to, and it's all everyone looks like 20-something. I've never heard of some of these people. Who give me like feet of the year? Has there ever been a foot of the year who's like older? Neele Kafer, don't know who that is. This is giving foot of the year 2021 results. Has there not been a foot of the year in a few years? All of our traditions are eroding because of woke. Celebrities. Newest first. Popularity. Sort by popularity. Megan Fox, Emma Watson, Selena Gomez, Kylie Minogue. Kylie Minogue's a bit... Oh, she's getting on now. She's probably in her 50s, right? Katy Perry. Jennifer Aniston's got to be like 50-something now. Margot Robbie's like 40, probably. I don't know how old she is. Okay, there's some... They're mostly young, but there's some slightly older people. Kylie Minogue is 33. How old is Kylie Minogue? I imagine Kylie Minogue is 54. 55! Oh, good for her. She made it. I don't know why I said good for her. You lived. Well done. Mid-50s. Alexa, show horny anime feetpic19.jpg. Right, bash open the door, please. Everybody help as well. Oh, I've got 2 swords now. I can't be stopped. Everyone is 33 until otherwise stated. God when he lets people into heaven. I think that's canonical. I don't know if that's canonical in all branches of Christianity, but I think at least some. Oh, hello, some assassin boys. I think at least some of them, you are automatically 33 once you get to heaven. Which seems kind of fun. That's a good age. Because I think that's like the age Jesus died, and it's like, that's the perfect age for a human to be, apparently. These guys aren't great. I don't even feel like we need to use powers, particularly. They're just kind of shit. Newborn baby. Huh? Again, talking about Poor Things. That's kind of the plot of Poor Things, is putting a baby into the body of a 33-year-old woman. So that's... maybe it's talking about that. Maybe that's what that movie was about. Maybe it's all heaven and it's an allegory. I never heard this Christian lore. I might have made it up, but I'm pretty sure I heard it somewhere when I was a kid. Source, I dreamt it. I'm turning 21 for the 19th time, tee-hee. Say that again and you won't see a 20th. Harbinger briefing line, online. Check the briefing logs. Oh, I don't care about any of these. Distress signal, we'll play one of them. They automatically get bigged.
For permission to investigate. We have also transmitted the
damaged bigged is so creepy.
To the Republic. According to the message, it's being pursued by Sith forces. There's no match for the
I'm 21 and a bit, it's a big bit.
The profile of the distress signal suggests it's a stock freighter of some kind. We'll only know for sure when we arrive.
You're as old as you feel, and I feel boobs. Oh, Christ. I feel like that would be on a shirt at, like, a spring break party. Like, female body inspector and stuff like that. Awful. Okay, I think we're done here. Are we meant to go back, then? Because that seems to be everything, right? Like, that's everything on this ship, I think. Go back to the crew... Maybe I can go to the crew quarters? Anything back here? I finally made a shirt. I'm gonna be rich. Oh, more assassin boys! Hello! We must be going the right way. I can retire.
More where that came from.
Oh, there's so many! They're very sneaky. Although, they are made of papier-mâché, so it's not really a big deal either way. Why has my stun never worked, by the way? Is this like a skill I need to up? My stun has literally never worked on anyone. I have the body... These are horrible jokes. I have the body of a 23-year-old. I keep it in the freezer in my basement. I feel like a little badum tish should play. I have the body of 23-year-olds. It took a lot of glue. How are we going? How are the Star Wars? I mean, they're Star Wars. They're good. It's good. I mean, it's better than any other Star Wars in general, right? It's a good time. I'm not 100% sure where we're going or what we're doing entirely, but something's happening. Like, recent history bonus musician. Looks like the Harbinger encountered the Ebon Hawk. Yep, that's fine. We need to rescue T3M4 and recover the Ebon Hawk. We need to bypass the force field. So we need to, I guess, go through the umbilical cord of this ship. Like it's a pregnancy fetish video. I don't think that's a real thing. I think pregnancy fetishes are real. I don't think a lot of umbilical cords are involved. Like, oh yeah, suck on that cord. You just like... Sorry, I got an image of somebody with some sort of pregnancy fetish, but it's a very hyper-specific fetish where they are into, like, births gone wrong, so it's just them with a cord wrapped around their neck going, help! And then their partner is role-playing as a doctor going, oh god, it's wrapped around there. They're going blue. Oh, for fuck's sake. Trying to get tongs around. Meanwhile, they're all both rock hard. It's probably a thing. I mean, there's so many billions of people around. Everything's got to be a thing. Even if it's just one couple who figured that out. Well done on them for figuring it out. It's a bit like when you read those James Joyce fart letters and you're like, you know what, as weird as this is, it's kind of wholesome because you found each other. Like, if you can find somebody who likes it when you call them a dirty little fart bird, then you are destined to be together. These were my quarters, apparently.
This was your room? When?
I forgot about those letters. I love those letters so much. Fucked the farts out of you, my fuck bird, or whatever. Dreya inventing new kinks to torment us with. I'm into complicated births, actually. I imagine they'd be smug about it. Like people who are into jazz, like really complicated jazz, when they talk to somebody who's like only listen to Kind of Blue. It's like, I'm into like complicated kinks. Before I lost consciousness and woke up on Perigus.
We do not have much time. Whatever you intend to do it quickly.
I don't know what I intend to do. Just kind of chilling out in my room, I guess. Hi, do I have any cool shit in here? Like a lightsaber? Durasteel Undulator. Dorito Go Oblin Datapad. Ooh, that could be good. It's about the notes you don't play. You're in defeat, vanilla freak. Dorito Gooblin, you are requested to report to the Harbinger Medical Bay for a routine examination. This routine is automated. Simply insert this datapad into the medical computer to receive your injections. I don't want to. Maybe my character is anti-vax. No injections for me, please. Or a Jehovah's Witness. Are they against vaccines as well? They're against everything, so they must be. It's all about the notes you don't play. It's all about the orgasms you don't have. I mean, that's a fairly one. That's normal as well, right? The sort of orgasm denial kink. I'm curious if Dreya knows about Mormon body sucking. I do. It's so funny. Sorry. I find it so hilarious, the soaking thing. I've read about it before, and it's so good. If you don't know, a brief refresher. Mormons are not allowed to have sex outside of procreation, and even if they do, they're meant to do it through a sheet, if you're devout, right? Which most Mormons are, because it's a cult. And so there is a loophole where if you just lie down and are erect, and a woman gets on top of you and inserts herself, then that's fine, because you're not moving, you're not actually having sex, you just sort of soak there. And then there's another thing, which is bounce soaking, which is where you get a friend to jump up and down on your bed beside you. Because you're not thrusting, you're not penetrating, it's just happening. So the Mormon friend is bouncing up and down on the bed beside you, trying not to listen, or like probably listening to a podcast or something. Just like, and then you're wiggling in and out, and it's a whole thing. Take her, bouncy, 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 fun. That friend is the real one. A podcast? I mean, you wouldn't want to hear the noises. I mean, look, it depends on your friendship, I guess, but I imagine Mormons are not the most sexually liberated people in the world. So, like, if I was, I don't know, if one of my friends was having sex next to me, I'd probably be like, oh, I'll go then. That's fine, but... But I wouldn't be, like, horrified or anything. I'd just be like, oh, bye. Awkwardly say goodbye. But I imagine a Mormon would be like, oh, I can't listen to this. This is horrifying. So they'd probably put in some noise-cancelling earphones and, like, put on Spotify playlist, chill beats to bounce to. The rest is politics with Alistair Campbell and Rory Stewart. Oh, God. That'd be worse than hearing your friends soaking. Can't come for drinks later, I'm bound soaking for Jedediah. More Sith assassins. Oh, it actually stunned him for once. That never works. Fantastic work, thank you. You can take care of the others. I'm slowly whittling down this guy. Oh, she's about to die. Hang on. I didn't realize you were that weak. One of your party is down. Party members who go down in combat will be revived at the end of battle. Well, it's probably fine then. Everybody's okay. We can win with 2 people. It's not that bad. Lo-fi soaking beats playlist. It's like that, you know that Lo-Fi Girl YouTube channel that's just like a constant live stream of lo-fi chill beats? What you don't see is just out of shot in her dorm room is somebody soaking. I just picture it as an extension of how Jewish people set up complicated mechanisms for getting around the Sabbath. Yes, like an oven that turns on if you pass a sensor so you don't have to push a button. A mattress on a seesaw and a pulley system leading to a water wheel. That's the thing, I learned about a system, it's in a lot of major cities, especially in America, where you're not, if you're Orthodox Jewish, you're not allowed to work on the Saturday, the Sabbath. You're not allowed to work on that at all. You're not allowed to do anything, you're not supposed to even lift things, right? But in the modern world, if you're a business boy, that might not be, you know, something you can do without losing a job. And so there's this sort of blessed ring that rabbis bless that's made up of strings that encircles areas of a city that sort of nullify the Sabbath like a force field. I can't even remember what it's called, but I read an article about it and I was like, this is needlessly complicated. It's interesting, but it's needlessly complicated. Like every week, they send out a team of specialized rabbis to check the string. Hang on, what is it called? This will bother me if I don't check it. Oh, WikiFeet is still up. Fantastic. Jewish string loophole? I mean, that's the only thing I can think. Many observant Jews in Manhattan rely on this string to leave the house on the Sabbath. The concept of the Eruv, that's it's called. The concept of the Eruv was first established almost 2,000 years ago to allow Jews to more realistically follow the laws of Sabbath. Particularly one, no carrying things on the Sabbath. A fishing line encircles Manhattan, protecting the sanctity of the Sabbath. An Eruv allows Jews to carry, among other things, house keys, tissues, medication, or babies. That's all technically against the Sabbath. The rules of Orthodox Judaism is you're not supposed to be able to carry keys on Saturday. Like, you're not supposed to be able to, like, carry anything, even your own child. It's very strict. It's very funny. Even babies. I know, that's my favorite line. Right, in here, medical bay door. We have a pad to get our little injections. Can I get some injections in here? Medical console? Fuck it, give me some injections, I guess. Insert data pad. Check treatment request for Dorito. Dorito Goblin treatment request is sedatives administered during routine examination 3.5 days ago. So, don't do that. During your last medical exam, you were administered a delayed sedative that would kill a normal human. That must be what rendered you unconscious when the Harbinger was taken out. Ooh. Identify KotOR tank. Is this my one? I don't know what I'm looking at. Just, is this my special KotOR tank? Can I click? There we go. The KotOR tank appears to be behind you, to your left. Check medical logs. Sith survivor?
Checking the survivor
there
from
we
the
go.
Sith vessel. I'm not sure whether he's alive or dead, or what's even keeping him together. His flesh is
You've got some
cracked and
real
scarred,
intense bags
and
under
I'm
your
registering
eyes. You're like
several
me
thousand fractures
when I
in his
take off my
skeleton.
glasses.
As
I
if
think they're
each bone was
finally, after many
concentrated
years,
over
starting to
time,
fade.
and then put
But for
back
ages,
together.
I had really
Judging from
intense
the
dark
scar
circles
tissue,
under my
I
eyes.
believe these wounds took
From when I was a
place before
teenager
his
up
death.
until basically
If
now.
so, he must have
I think
been
they're
in constant
slightly
pain.
going away.
I have no idea what's been keeping him together.
I blame lack of sleep. For a while during secondary school, I was on like 3 hours of sleep a night. How did you stay awake during classes? I didn't. Emergency broadcast?
This is the medical officer. The soldiers sent to the medical bay have just died. I don't know where the subject went. I think he's gone to find more of the crew.
Oh
Both of
no.
them are sick.
You should probably
They
run away.
disappeared right out of thin air, like they were wearing stealth generators, but I think they were always on board.
They were
When we stopped
always
to pick
here.
up that freighter, they must have come on board the Harbinger. I have no idea
They've just
how
been
many are on the
sitting
ship.
there
There could be only
quietly
a few,
until now.
Or as many as 100. And with communications cut off, we can't call for help. I think that thing in the tank was a Sith Lord. Alive the whole time, waiting for something to wake him up.
Fantastic. Log out, I guess. Oh, there's a little bot boy over there. I'm not really sure why we're in here. Again, I have completely lost track of the quest. Like, I know we need to find the fuel line. This all seems a bit secondary. But I think we're going the right way. See, I imagine this is fairly linear, at least the first few quests. The first game kind of was. Hello, little friend. Damaged medical droid. 4 parts to reactivate you. It could be repaired. You might be able to activate its medical circuits and have it accompany you to treat your wounds. We'll see. I haven't needed that yet. But we'll see. Some more chemicals. I have so many chemicals, and I have not made anything with them yet. Such a good burn for something particularly boring. Sorry, I can't talk to you anymore, as I'm not allowed to carry on the Sabbath, and I'm the one carrying this conversation. I live in Ireland, right? So I don't know if the Eruv is anywhere here, because I think the Irish population of Jewish people probably amounts to about 3 guys, right? There is virtually none of them here. So maybe Dublin has an Eruv? I'm not really sure. And we didn't learn anything about Judaism in school, for instance, because there's so few of them around. Antidote kit, medpack, retinal combat implant? Maybe I'll get one of them? Just make a couple of medpacks. Create item, create item, create item. There we go. Make me some fun little medpacks. Coming out to my parents as Goy. Horrifying joke. Let's stun this boy as well, and then just get fighting. There we go. Just start doing flurries. I want flurry to be my default. I always find new ways to trigger auto mods.
More where that came from.
Is Goy considered a slur? I didn't think it was. Well, Twitch considers it one, apparently. I thought Goy just meant like non-Jew. Like Gentile. I might be misthinking of something else. I don't know. We dinged. That's fantastic. Can I go out this way? That's the turbo lift. Is this where we came in? This might be where we... No, it's not where we came in. Harbinger engine deck. That must be where we need to go eventually. Yes, pretty much. I think that's fine, right? that's like a fine word. Did that open? It did. Some boys? No, just some footlockers. Oh, I don't want to break open every one of these. It is fine. Like, we're just going to meticulously go around there. You're the one who said horrifying. My parents are fine with a little Goy boy. Maybe people use it to misspell gay. That's a thing. It's like how, like, I think automod by default will, for instance, and I will not comment on this beyond what I'm about to say, will sometimes censor the word Niger. You can probably figure out why. Don't need to go into it, I think, right now. But, basically, Twitch chat can be, depending on the community, evil. Really evil. So it blocks, like, phonetic spellings and misspellings sometimes, depending on how harsh you have it. I think I have my automod on medium, and even then it still catches some odd stuff. There's a website I use sometimes to check tweets called Knitter, and yeah, that's a dicey word to spell. Can't say vinegar anymore. It's not bad. Or it's bad, I should say. It's, I mean, I get why they're blocked, because again, some people will abuse misspellings and stuff. Vinegar strokes. Sorry, I wasn't aware until recently how many people had never heard that term. Okay, we're on the other side of this. Let's go down to the engine decks, I guess, or the droid storage room. We'll just go through this ship a bit more. I need to save and exit soon. I didn't realize I'd been live so long. Stop being such a ducking funt. I mean, that's fine. You can say cunt on Twitch, right? I always feel, and this is so pathetic what I'm about to say, whenever I say that word, I still always get a little bit of like a feeling. Because it is not that common in Ireland. I mean, people say it a lot, but it is never like a term of endearment like it is in other countries. Improved force jump and unarmed specialist. That's fine, I'll take them. And you know what, just keep giving me my recommended skills. I'm fine with that. Can I get a heal at any point? I can get a heal now. Immediately add heal. That is the most important one. You're only as offensive as you feel, and I feel cunt. Jesus Christ. Heal is going to be so useful, although it seems like in this one... Oh, Jesus! Some boys. It seems like in this one, maybe we all have, like, passive healing to begin with, which was a skill in the previous one, so it might not be as necessary. Please, Flurry. Please kill him. Please, thank you. One more. Do you have heal as well? Did I just get healed by her? Because I'm sure she was more hurt. Now bash the door, please. The door honestly takes more hits than them. I need to stop. I do this as an awkward tick, by the way, like drinking from this cum-slut mug. Because the tea is long gone. I'm just getting drips now every time. I'm going to put it over on the mantelpiece so I don't keep doing it. Oh, some boys! Some utility droids. Can I do anything with them? A battle stimulant? A droid maintenance datapad. I don't know whether this new HK-50 droid is a gift or a curse. After the destruction of the previous protocol droid, when it accidentally activated after that frag mine, the HK has stepped into its place without a hitch. Sorry. The problem is, it doesn't take commands very well, and it's just completely falling apart immediately. We all do that with empty mugs. I've gotten into ballroom Vogue music and other media and cunt is said in an empowering way. Oh, definitely. Like, it's all over Twitter. The queers love cunt. That could be taken in a different way. The queers love the word, is what I'm gonna say. But, I don't know. I still feel weird saying it. It feels like a very, very powerful swear here. When I ask the droid about it, it gives me the smart mouth response about facilitating communication. That's fine. Good. Can we look at these? Are you trying to be Australian? I was, briefly. Unlike the others. This protocol droid appears to have been purposefully sabotaged. Ooh, some sabotage. This droid appears deactivated. Okay, can't do anything with them. Me and my girlfriends always call each other moist cunts as a term of endearment. Oh, that's pretty bad. I take it as my subconscious saying, get more tea, you lazy kid. I will probably make some more tea after the stream, although I need to go out. I don't want to go. I always resent going out. There's still queers on Twitter. Some of them. Not many. A lot of them have been yeeted out of there. But some of them, yes. It's the ones that are hanging on, right? Because a lot of people, my feed, I follow probably like 400 people on Twitter. I would say a good 200 of them never came back. Like, it seems like half my feed is just like gone, right? But the ones that are hanging on are still there. Slowly being picked off by the policies.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You said that already, you prick! You can't use that joke twice. You can't even use it once. Oh, remember Star Wars 1? Yeah. I heard about transracial, but is there trans-ethnic? Wait, I just remembered Alec Baldwin's wife claiming to be Spanish even after being exposed. And that one guy who, oh, who's that guy? He was like a serial killer, or was he a murderer or a rapist or something, maybe both, who pretended to be an English guy? He like fled America and pretended to be English, and went on a talk show and did that really horrible accent, and it made my English accent sound good. I can't remember what his name was. I think he got deported back to America recently. The Hilaria Baldwin thing is pretty hilarious. Bad joke to annoy Johnson. Would you stop saying that? Yes, please stop saying that.
I can't help it, don't you feel it? Something's gonna get real wrong, real quick.
How do you know that?
You don't survive on the rim as long as I have without knowing when trouble's coming.
Tell me more about this rim. We'll have to be careful then, but we do have to keep moving.
Alright, but don't say I didn't warn you.
I mean, this is the plot. We have to keep going.
When it comes to staying alive, I'm rarely wrong about these things.
God, I wish you were. Aiden has the special ability to sense anything that places him at risk. When he gets a bad feeling, it's recommended you save your game. Oh God, is he gonna say that more times then? Ah. Okay, fine, I'll do that. Influence gained from Atten. I will save my game. Am I about to fight a biggin, like a boy, like a big old boy? Then Alec defending whispers, consider the source, consider the source. Go through here? A big boy? There's definitely gonna be some sort of spooky boy. Is it maybe Mr. Moisturizer? It's kind of like you're wearing a poncho, Atten. Mr. Moisturizer? Is that Mr. Moisturizer? It is! Oh, he looks so dry. He looks a little bit like the Thing from the Fantastic Four movie.
You, Jedi.
Which one? Any of them?
Path you walk.
This battle is mine alone. I am not defenseless.
You're gonna die. Okay, bye. You're so fucked.
He cannot kill what he cannot see, and power has blinded him long ago. Run.
What's
I
Mr.
shall
Chips
be along
doing?
shortly.
Mr. Chips. Okay, bye. Fucking cool. Let's explore for a bit. I'm sure she can handle it. This blind old woman, I'm sure she'll be fine. Ooh. A workbench. I can maybe upgrade some of my weapons. Use the workbench to upgrade items, please. I would like to upgrade my Zabrak Vibroblade, if I could. I have no energy cells. Never mind. I have an Agrinum Grip, which does more slashing. Of course it does. And a basic Ionite Edge. Okay, Ionite Ally produces the inverse charge of its surroundings, creating a disrupting effect to the electronic system, so it's more droid fighting, or massive criticals. Devarian Blood Poison is a gemstone. Of course it is. Modifications require a workbench with adequate tools. I'll do the Ionite Edge. Make it a droid slayer or whatever. And then, what the fuck else can you do? Miner uniform? Can I put something on my miner uniform? Environment. Ooh, that's pretty good. Damage resistance against, like, elemental stuff. Durasteel underlay. Upgrade item. Regeneration 1? I might do that. Sure. Anything else? An overlay. 10% immunity versus sonic or fire. Give me, like, a fire thing. Nope, never mind. It's incompatible. Whatever. We'll do that. Close. I'm now more powerful, I guess. That's Mr. Chips dead. Sorry, I can't stop now. Whenever I remember Mr. Chips existing, I can't stop doing my extremely poor Northern Irish accent. Embarrassingly, that's a really bad Northern Irish accent. It's still better than a lot of my accents. My accents are really bad, notoriously. Good grief, it reminds me of the Morgan Freeman interview with the same flavour. I remember in the mid-2000s, Bill Cosby saying, Cosby, you're creating the divide yourselves. Stop calling yourselves African Americans and just call yourself Americans. And yeah, that was a thing. I think in the late 90s, there was a big thing of, like, old black people in America saying, like, you're bringing it on yourself. And then a lot of them turned out to be freaks. Like William Cosby. Don't think anybody's a Billiam Cosby fan in the current era, right? Ed, rich and famous, exactly. Morgan Freeman, it's weird. Isn't Morgan Freeman a bit of a sex pest? And everybody just sort of forgot. Like, I feel like there was one day of news stories, and maybe it was all alleged and it turned out not to be true, and this is why it went away. But I remember reading, like, a news story that Morgan Freeman was going around being kind of a sex pest on set of some movies. And then everybody just sort of forgot it, and he's maintained his kind of wholesome old guy kind of routine since then. Very odd. Harbinger maintenance control. System damaged. Reroute the control system with one part. I have so many parts. You have rerouted the system and accessed what remains of the maintenance routine capabilities. I think Morgan was also creepy to one of his family members. Ugh. It went away because money. Open the maintenance doors to the ion engines, please. Fantastic work. And PR teams, Jesus. Again, this is all vaguely remembered, so you'd have to look into it yourself. This is the other. I have to say that, otherwise it counts as slander. But I believe he was caught, like pulling up people's skirts and stuff in on film sets, and then also, yeah, dated his step-granddaughter. Like, I think he's meant to be a bit of a creep. Maybe got overshadowed from other celebrity scandals around the same time, because there's always some. This is, I feel like celebrities and PR firms and stuff like that, they all learned that basically with the rise of social media and, you know, mobile phones and taping and stuff, like I'm 80 years old, no matter what you do and how horrible it is, unless it's murder, you can kind of get away with it by waiting a few days for the media cycle to move on and people will forget, right? So I feel like a lot of PR teams learned that and went like, maybe we'll spend some money to make the media cycle even faster. 8 other women have also accused him of being creepy. Oh my god. It got overshadowed because his voice is just so smooth. He does have a fantastic voice. I like him as an actor. Again, real unpleasant person. It's like Emma was watching a movie a couple of days ago. Maybe even yesterday? No, it was a couple of days ago. Called Kramer v. Kramer. And I've been meaning to watch it for ages, but I wasn't in the mood for watching a movie, so she was watching it on her own. And Dustin Hoffman is in that. And he's continually still getting work. And he's meant to be a fucking horrible human being. He's meant to be real fucking creepy and gropey. Just reminded me of that. It's just like, money makes everything go away, doesn't it? You can just keep doing whatever. But it's like, Meryl Streep in that movie accused him of being creepy and gropey to her. And as high profile and wealthy as Meryl Streep is, he still gets away with it. Really shows the power imbalance in real stark contrast. Activate the maintenance procedure. I guess that was what we were meant to do. Cool, thank you for that. Now log out. I keep gaining experience, so I'm guessing I'm doing the right thing. Any
Tell
boys
me
to
you're
fight?
Joking.
Oh, come on.
We are not going to cross back into the Paragas facility through the fuel line.
Heaps of people
That's
in Hollywood
crazy.
like that. I think it's... yeah, there's a lot. Like, a lot. It's gotten to the point now where if you see a headline, right, saying, like, with a picture of somebody's face that's famous, you almost hope they're just dead, because the other options are always horrible. It's like, accused of the worst shit you've ever seen. It's like Minecraft YouTubers. It's Minecraft YouTubers and Hollywood actors. It seems like they just really optimize for the worst people in the world. I don't get what... I guess it's probably a combination of power corrupting already probably not great people, and it sort of not narcissistic pricks wanting to go into acting and be in Hollywood. And sort of, you know, there's a lot of nepotism, obviously, in Hollywood as well, so that engineers it even more. Like, they're already going to be entitled weird freaks if they're nepotistically into Hollywood like that. It's just a grim place. It seems like a real horrible place to work, Hollywood. Just seems like nobody should ever go there. It's the only way to get around the sealed door and find where the Ebonhawk is. Yeah, but also we need to rescue our little droid friend. Again, another example of them not discounting droids as people in this series. There's also the droid who freed us in the first place, healed us, helped our wounds, and, like, did everything for us to free us. And we're not even worried about him yet. Seeing Keanu Reeves and caption, several women have come forth with accounts of Reeves treating them as human beings in this respect. See, I'm also wary of that shit, because Keanu Reeves does seem like a very nice person. This is probably just me being cynical. Whenever I see those, like, Reddit kind of celebrities that get, like, real, like, oh, wholesome 100 big chungus, you know, I'm always a little suspicious. I'm like, is this astroturfed? Is this like getting the head of something? Maybe, I don't know. It's like, here's my conspiracy theory for the recent few weeks. You know how, and this is not creepy. What I'm about to say is not a creepy thing, necessarily. It's not about, like, systemic abuse for once. But you know, Madame Web just came out, the new Marvel movie, Sony Marvel movie. It's connected with the Star Wars universe, and it's a huge flop. It's got like 5% on Rotten Tomatoes, meant to be the new Morbius, like real unbelievably shit movie. Dakota Johnson is the lead in that, and she's been going on lots of talk shows and being candid and saying like, oh, this movie sucks, this is shit. It's like an AI wrote a movie, and saying like, you know, how horrible it is to work in Hollywood and stuff. And I am 100% sure every time I see somebody share that and go, oh, she's so real and it's so refreshing to see somebody talking against this sort of thing, I am 100% sure that she has been told to say this by the PR firm for the movie. Because they must have seen test scores and stuff like that and gone, this is a real stinker. This is going to be real bad. We need to lean into it. Let's have her badmouth it. Let's have her be, like, relatable. And, you know, it'll make the movie seem even more shit than it even is. And we'll get more money based on that. We'll salvage it. No such thing as bad publicity. Exactly. It's like I said the same thing about Tom Holland, where I am 100% convinced that Tom Holland was told to leak details, you know, charmingly and, you know, baby-facedly on talk shows, and then, like, fake admonished behind the scenes and stuff. And I just think it's all fake. I think it's all an act. I'm sorry. It's about to be very creepy in here. No idea where I fall on that. Maybe or maybe not. No such thing as bad publicity. I don't think I could be convinced otherwise, even though I have no evidence for this. I just feel like it's just something Hollywood would do. It's like there is a famous quote from somebody, and it's been paraphrased so many times, I don't know who originally said it, that criticisms of capitalism, or systems in general, will be subsumed by capitalism. So it's like her criticizing Hollywood and the Hollywood system and the modern way of doing blockbusters has just become another selling point for the movie because it's so bad. And I think that's what's happening. Exclamation mark quote, just keep killing the English, it's fine. She didn't hang out with the cast much and has done the press junkets separately. The rest of the cast were like, oh, but there's no bad blood. So either, yeah, she was just like, this is a job and didn't hang out, or maybe she really has felt like it's a job the whole time. Either way, it doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, none of it really matters. It's just like, that's my very mild conspiracy theory. It's the only way to get into the sealed door and rescue bot friend, Mr. Bean.
But I know I'm gonna regret this.
Ooh. Oh, we get a cutscene! Is this going to be as shit as this episode 4 lightsaber fight with Obi-Wan and Darth Vader? Where it's just like...
As you betrayed me.
After all that's happened, still you live. You are difficult to kill.
For one as limited as you, perhaps. To have fallen so far and learned nothing, that is your failing.
The failure is yours. No longer do your whispers crawl within my skull.
I'm sorry, he looks so
no
goofy.
No longer do I suffer beneath
he looks
teachings
so
that
much
weaken us.
goofier than Malak.
And now you run in search of the Jedi.
He looks so dumb.
They are all dead, save one. And one broken Jedi cannot
and his voice
stop
is
the
so dumb as well.
Is to come.
Perhaps we shall see.
Kill him. I mean, you're not beating that. That was so shit. Wonderful. Oh no, are we sick? Oh, my Jedi mummy is
what's
dead.
wrong? Are
I'm
you
getting
all right?
cramps.
Damn it, hold on. It's only a little farther. Don't give up on me now.
I swear
What
to God,
happened?
don't make a period joke, you sexist nightmare. They should have added crunchy granola noises. It was as shit as the episode 4 fight. I'm happy. Kreia, I think she's wounded badly.
Huh? How do you know that?
Women's intuition. Wink. This is from the 2000s. Call it an instinct reaction. I think it was through the Force.
Look, if she's in pain, then that pain's buying us time we can't afford to waste.
I actually agree.
Sleeps with vibroblades gets tired of playing with her and decides to use us for practice next.
Yeah, fine, let's go. Let's head out. Can we please find Mr. Robot? I'm so upset about him. I need to heal him. My robot friend! Yes! Hello, Mr. Bean.
Utility droid. Looks like it's been hit with an ion charge and dumped here.
Treat him nicely. He is my best friend. I know we ran into the protocol droid earlier. He attacked us too. Click. Please click. Hang on. Does my mouse not work anymore? I think my mouse might have just stopped working. Hang on. Dreet! How did you survive? Yeah, I can't click on anything. Well, we'll see if that works. Can you travel, T3? Don't blame yourself. If you hadn't gotten us all out of the admin level, we'd have never made it this far. You are the hero. Don't blame yourself. Oh, he's a little squeak friend. Let's go. We're going to be as nice as possible to this robot friend. He has the ability to make programming spikes on demand. It can also upgrade items as asked. Ooh, he's a little workbench as well. Right. I'm going to quick save because my mouse is no longer working properly. So it's a good point to save and exit. This game remains really good. Sorry for all of the tangents I did today. We didn't actually play the game that much, but the game is very good. I'm really enjoying it. I will play it again soon, either tomorrow or Thursday. I still need to put up the schedule. I forgot earlier. I think today, KotOR. Tomorrow, maybe Link's Awakening? I might do Link's Awakening tomorrow. Wednesday, I'm doing The Witch is Least Bad. I can actually tab out to that. Hang on. If I go to this screen. I'll be playing these 3 games. Dreamcast games. Terrible, terrible Dreamcast games. Suggested very helpfully on my Discord, if you want to join my Discord. I'll be playing 3 of these. It'll be a shorter stream on Wednesday. I'll play like half an hour of each of these, and then there'll be a public vote for which is the least bad.
Certainly
oh,
not,
fucking
kind
hell.
sir.
Thanks for that.
I am here but to clean
Anyway,
your
thank you for
chambers.
watching. I'll raid
Is
somebody.
that all you have
And I'll
come
type
here
exclamation mark links as well in case you want to go to YouTube or anything.
I have
Let's
no
raid.
idea
Who's
what it
live
is
on
you
Twitch?
imply, Master.
Not WikiFeet.
I
Go to a
am
different
but a
site.
poor Argonian
No
raid.
WikiFeet anymore.
So you
No
are.
more WikiFeet. That's my solemn vow.
Good one at that. Such
So
strong
fresh
legs and shapely tail.
You embarrass me, sir.
I hate it so much.
You are safe here with me.
I must finish my cleaning, sir. The mistress will have my head if I do not.
Cleaning.
Twitch.tv/WikiFeet.
have
Is
something
that
for
real?
you.
Hang on. Is anybody with that name on there?
Polish my speed.
That is a user on Twitch, but they've never streamed, I think.
It is
We don't know much about them. 0 followers.
Take me all
We're
night.
sure WikiFeet is great.
Plenty of time.
Thanks,
my
Twitch
sweet.
auto-generation dialogue.
Plenty of time.
Right, I will raid this person. Just a random person on my following list. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I like this game, and I like streaming. I will be live again tomorrow, playing probably Link's Awakening, but we'll see. Bye! I'll post the schedule on Twitter and on my Discord, so join that if you want to. Everyone's welcome. Bye!